Go.
Start.
Yeah, just
There's
let's go.
already a smiley face. Okay, last time we were in this world, sorry, I got distracted by something. You all had to fight for your lives against, not really fight for your lives, but there were assassins sent to kill two of you specifically, and then they were quickly dealt with, and you find out two more were sent to the Haunted Hill group. They were also dealt with. Some of you finding out some very interesting information and sharing it, some of you finding out and not sharing. You make your way to a temple of Thesia after talking with the queen and finding that Thesia has apparently gone missing, to find a priest by the name of Zachary who is absolutely, positively off of his rocker. Find out he wasn't just crazy, he was also under a spell to make him see a clean temple, put together statue outside, and you all deal with that and are pulled aside after looking at a missing persons board, which the names on the missing persons board were Zanami and
Connor.
Connor and Erla Orlin. Elra Orlin, sorry. You were pulled aside by Triss into an alleyway where she is offering to tell you of the Queen's dream. Or what she knows of it, at least. Does anyone have anything to say before I get into this?
No. What color is the alley?
It's pretty dark. Even though it's like midday, that the alleyway is pretty dark. So I don't know, like a dark brick color.
Dark alley.
Yep, it's great. Triss speaks to you all quietly, almost as if she were scared to be heard by anyone other than the party, as she delves into what she was able to get from the queen about her dream. The dream began with the queen knelt in front of a burning home, two people on the ground in front of her. One was a woman, staring at the home with tears in her eyes, and the other a man numbly looking to the sky. Someone apparently attacked the man, and the woman sacrificed herself for him. I could tell the queen was leaving something out. I don't really know what or why, but she continued on to say that her dream, she had seen someone who looked like Thesia in some shackles. There was someone unseen that chopped Thesia's hair short, and then the dream apparently ended. Doing the air quotes around the word ended. I have to blow my nose. Give me a second.
It's okay, Triss.
Sorry, you got me sick.
How did he do
I
that?
warned you.
How does that work?
Also, Senri's cursed us. I'm so sorry, but everyone else is. There's another 2 health dice. Senri decided to redeem the treats.
Oh my.
Were you trying to get rid of the aura? Because it's still there.
It should be. Excuse me. It's paused. It's not rid of. It just paused if you try to request it, I'm pretty sure.
No, I thought I was going to get rid of it. Guys disappears. So I was confused.
Oh.
I just straight up turned mine off.
Yeah, I just paused mine so they're still there. You just can't redeem them because it's easier for me to hit a button and I'm lazy.
Wait, so if Logan gets treats during my campaign stream, shouldn't I be the one adding stuff to my monsters?
Well, are you going to?
Yeah.
No.
He sacrificed Senri. Senri, no.
Yeah. Next monster you guys fight in my campaign.
Wait a
but-
second. Oh, no. Okay.
Chris will pause to allow any questions or whatever, or any conversation between the group about the dream that she just lore bomb dropped on you.
Sorry,
What was that?
Neville has excitement and I'm scared. Or is that
Yeah.
stop? I can't tell.
It's fine to work.
I think it's because he's talking with me.
Okay.
We're here. We're good.
Hey Sam, save your game.
Oh, damn it. Cool. I don't have something to save. I'll pop open a drawing and save it. You know what? I'll say whenever I next play a game, I can
No,
save.
you do have something to save. You do have something to save. Don't worry, they still work.
Oh, friend self-care. All of you guys get to drink. Oh, damn it. I get to drink too.
I don't even have water.
Well,
Don't
that's a
either.
problem.
You know how these streams go. You should have it ready by now. You know how this stuff goes.
But I'm so tired of the freaking floor being wet.
Then drink it.
Drink it. I
doesn't
was gonna
say
say something,
drink
but it could
water.
take me really wrong.
Yeah,
Hydrate.
At this point,
Drink
at
the
this point,
water
I just,
into your mouth hole.
at this point, I just have a giant water bottle that I'm showing on my camera right now. It's just huge, filled with water.
All right, I gotta go eat
Gotcha.
dinner, so you guys can discuss stream
Oh,
or whatever you want in character while I'm answering questions through muted VC.
okay. Well,
I don't really have
what
anything to discuss because I don't know really.
I was gonna say, yeah. What questions do we have to ask, or what do we want to ask?
So I don't really know what's going on. I read the recap, but there's obviously gonna be more stuff.
Oh yes.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Neville's distracting, because I imagine you or Neville would be the first one to talk. Doesn't have to be at the dream. You guys didn't really talk about the missing person board yet either. Oh, right! That was something Kahira was wanting to do, is to talk to Cal, who was crying. So...
I didn't get to elaborate on that whatsoever because
yeah, but Cal was crying after seeing that, so...
he would probably, like, okay, what was Kahira say to it? Because other than that, he's in the back of the group and he's, like, not, like, sobbing. He's just crying quietly to himself. So, like...
she probably would
just
just walk
directly
over
say
and just, like, ask, like, was it somebody important to you? You okay?
So through his crying, he'd probably roughly try to calm himself and answer in a slightly steady voice, but still shaky, I would assume. That was a friend from when I was younger. I saw her in a dream not that long ago, and that's how I recognize her at the moment.
Well, is this important enough? We should try to keep a lookout for her?
We should probably continue what we're doing, but if we do get time at all, it would be nice.
And what was the name on the thing? Or, like, was there a description on it?
I think there was a photo, so you know what she looks like. And then that's what Brooke said, at least. I think.
What all the information do we know
Yeah,
on that
there was
board?
a photo on there because when Brooke told me it was. Yeah, so there's a photo on there, and then there's the name, which was. God, I forget.
You have to write it down no matter what, so you need to find it.
It's written down.
Oh, good. I can't spell words.
Zanami. Here, I'll write it. Okay.
I was asking Nyx. Nyx. Oh, Nyx muted up. That's a problem. Well.
And I mean, we already know that I have a person on the missing board as well.
Did you water? Did you go get water?
Whoops. Did you react to that at all? Look, I know that you grabbed it, right?
Back at the tavern, I went and I just poked at it aggressively and grabbed it.
Welcome back.
Okay. Welcome back.
So what happened?
The ideas I sent Brooke. You sent Brooke ideas, Val? An evil
He
potato.
Did. He sent Brooke 15 TikTok ideas.
He's an evil potato, then.
I know. I was screaming at him earlier.
How dare be an evil potato?
Val, I will end you. That is a joke for stream purposes, but I will end you. He wants me to bribe him to stop sending him shit,
Go
sending Brooke
fuck-
shit. But I don't have
Mhm.
anything to bribe.
That
Oh,
seems
Val, you lost the game.
Oh, God. Okay.
And
let
I'm
me
never
see.
gonna give you up, and I'm never gonna let you down.
Well, Nix, you should give me the description
The description?
of the person.
Give me a moment, because I don't even know if I
Okay.
gave her one.
Then I guess
Um,
if you are having issues with missing person, probably Kahiro would try to bring it up to Lucky as well at this point. There's a lot of people going missing here. Just but
Yeah.
at some point, because was this the same tavern or was this a while ago? I'm trying to remember.
It was the lucky poster thing was at the original tavern that we were at.
Right, yeah, that was a while ago. Which I think we
Yeah.
did pick it up. We just haven't
We
found
did.
anything. Yeah.
I
If
The
forgot
you
I
game, Val. The game.
if you were to bring it up with Lucky, he'd basically go and tell you that like he's not sure if Connor's actually missing from like right now from where he knows Lucky is or from where he knows Connor is because Connor's been living in a forest with him and basically his parental figure because he doesn't know where he's from for
Hmm.
I don't remember how many years now. Um and he's been missing from his hometown, which is basically what he's been looking for this whole time.
Oh, okay. So Connor, do you have a description of that of Connor?
Let me go and pull up my backstory and see if I did give him a description. I don't know if I did.
You're all good if you didn't. Just would know what Connor looks like. So that's 2 missing persons. Missing and
I was thinking about it. I made a joke a while ago when I first found out that Zanami's thing was up there. I was like, Cal's 5 seconds from leaving the party and going to figure this shit out by himself.
oh,
Obviously,
damn.
it was a joke. But now that I'm thinking about it, the only reason he's staying, because like he don't really give a shit about all this God's person stuff. The only reason he's staying is because they're technically he sees the party as his friends essentially. So he's not gonna go off by himself again. He just got friends. So
Okay.
I'll stick with his friends.
Okay then, so we have 2. I don't have anything I can fill into my notes for description, but okay, and then
That might be what Brooke's typing.
probably considering.
Brooke's been typing for a hot second. So.
Yeah.
That or they just don't realize that as they're typing. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I don't have the description.
See, I didn't think she was gonna get dragged into it because I wrote that down when I made my notes. I wrote down the friend thing because I knew he was gonna like I was gonna write her into his backstory, but I didn't give anything to her yet.
Yeah,
All I
Connor
like
was
my old friend and then colon her name and then what gender as an F or M.
if I
That's
have to come up with one on the spot, then I can, because I do kind of have an idea.
was Connor human?
Yes.
There you go. Brooke was asking.
Okay, human. That's at least the races.
Yeah.
I don't think any other race would have been with I didn't really like anybody else.
Just randomly roll. I have a table that I have where I roll. It's like 1d56 for races. That's how I sometimes choose important-ish NPCs. I take this.
I
have to
don't know
roll.
how race, honestly. I think I just stared at them. I was like, this one seems semi-understandable to me, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Semi-understandable. How do the
I
other
didn't.
races not be understandable?
I,
to you?
no, I honestly, I don't know. I wasn't gonna do like. I'm pretty sure it was this, half elf, or human. Those are the only ones I actually had like read and semi understood. I didn't really technically full on pick my class directly. Like I was talking to Stars about it earlier. Brooke
Yeah,
just
she
asked
picked the
me like,
worst one. You
what?
shouldn't have asked Brooke.
I didn't even
What?
ask. Brooke just went.
What?
Just like,
Orcs are. What do you mean
asked
worst
No,
one?
no, not race, class.
Oh.
Pick the worst
Oh.
class.
Druid. Brooke
Oh.
basically asked me 3 questions, which slowly narrowed it down, and Brooke was like, Druid. And it was like, okay.
Druid
I
should
know.
have been eliminated first just because
Oh,
no sane
don't
person would pick
listen
Druid.
to Stars.
Druid's fun.
Brooke would like the table you were talking about.
I want a table.
Eventually, for D&D stuff, I would really like to have like a camera at least for rolling dice. But that's more like if we're in person.
I mean, hell, even if we weren't in person, I'd like to have that just because I like to use physical dice.
Hmm. But that would lead us to all have to have like a camera for our dice.
I
Unless
mean,
it's just like the owner of the stream has the dice that they physically roll.
yeah, like we both have it set up for this, and then like I have it set up for yours and stuff like that, so you can just check to make sure. Like, yeah, no, I'm not fudging rolls or anything. This is legit what I'm getting.
Because at some point, like, cameras and stuff can be fun. It's just, I don't think a majority of us have the confidence or want to show their faces on stream.
I mean, yeah.
If you
You
aim,
don't
like, you have to show the
faces, and also,
area you're throwing the dice.
Yeah.
yeah, if one person's doing dice, the other person doesn't have to do that person's dice too. Like, you can just check the stream if you really wanted to make sure she's rolling correctly.
Oh,
There's no need to try to link that.
I need to go and ban.
Also, hello. Sorry.
Oh.
Had a lot of things going on. But so cool. Okay.
See. What is happening? Discord stop it.
I'm gonna kill
Okay.
command.
Brooke stream has rule.
Brooke's stream? Brooke is streaming?
Nope. No, Brooke, comma, stream has ruled.
Oh. Have work. Gosh, okay. Light. Orange. I think for the. Stream, how dare you? Say druids are not useful.
That's rigged.
Are you sure that isn't just Star's other account?
Probably. Yeah, it probably is. Yeah, that makes so much sense. You're right. Just Stars.
I only have one account. Can't be logged into 2 accounts on Google at once.
You have a phone.
I don't have.
You
Well,
could
I have a
probably
phone, but it's not hooked up to Twitch. It's
could
so annoying to be.
hit the
Twitch
button, then log out, go into the other one, and hit the button on the other one.
Yeah, but I'm actively in mod view, and it would tell you if your mod disconnected.
Well, I
It's Stars.
Also, Sam, I threw your money back at you.
Well, wait, hold on. What? My thing's not updated. Or it didn't update. It didn't tell me anything yet. What? Oh, where? What? No.
I did it. Yeah, I did.
No, I don't know. No, see, it's not
Shut up
telling
and
me.
take my money.
No, I don't know about that. Look, I don't see my streams doesn't say anything's happened, so I refuse to believe. I don't know why it's not popping up if you did. But thank you. Then you don't have to do that. I know.
Here, I'm just gonna.
But I appreciate it.
Okay.
There it goes. Hey.
Wait.
Brooke's gonna get back from eating, and then I'm gonna have to go because my mom's being slow.
Oh,
Who's
boy.
Brooke?
I'm gonna text her and see when she's coming home.
You know,
It's sad when you gotta use toothpicks as a splint and then duct tape your headset
What are you
together.
doing?
what are
Fixing
you
my
doing with your
headset.
headset? Yeah, wait, don't you have a new headset?
No, I didn't get a new headset. I got a new microphone.
Oh.
I didn't get a new headset.
Also, I'm
I need a
upset
new headset.
because I saved my old or my the newer alert system things, but it's not working. It's still showing the old ones. That was not a real person that subscribed. That was me testing things. But thank you, Guy. I appreciate it. It's still doing that. That upsets me because I'm looking at it right now and it has the music note. It's lying to me. Stream Elements is like, oh, what?
39 months.
Holy crap. It's
Yo,
impressive.
Gwyneth, I don't know what you've been doing, but that's longer than Sam's been able to be subscribed to. So
Yeah.
that's like simp to the square.
Imaginary person, damn. Some extreme loyalty to somehow magically do that. I'm so confused. It says that it's working, but it's not.
I'm being attacked on Guy's stream.
That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
I was so confused because I told my friend to join.
Yeah, no. Different person.
Okay. I was so confused.
It says that it's a thing. I don't know how to fix it. Let me see. Oh, 49 months. Wow. Yeah, these. I don't know why it's not working. I'll have to figure it out at some other point. Not, in the middle of stream. So, I'm trying to do things. Okay, here we go. Go back to things. Okay. And then, oh, you did have the description for Connor as well. I love that your description is small for him.
Small.
Well, that's the same description I have for Mighty Mouse.
Small.
Small.
You really like green eyes, don't you?
Yes. Though the green eyes for this one is more in a reference to a certain person. Oh, Sam.
Oh, what in the fuck is this?
I have returned.
Thank you for botting that.
Yep.
What was that?
It was a bot trying to do something.
Oh.
Bot being stupid.
Wait, that happened on someone. What message got deleted on Guy's as well then?
That was a bot that came onto my stream.
Yeah.
Brooke, how did you do that?
What happened? What?
Look at your stream.
How are you doing that, Brooke? I have it disabled. What? Why is it unpaused? Who?
Because I magicked it. Duh.
Wait a second.
A certain mod turned it back on.
Yeah. Get rejected. Get your points back. I'm not out of it. No, it's D&D. Like I told Fi no, I have to tell you no. I'll give you magicked it but I'll still do what I did with Fi. I'll give you 2 the second time you request it. Right, well that's not today. It has to be a different day because I'm looking at you, stars.
I can't unpause them.
Then how did it get unpaused? I didn't hit it.
I don't know. I can't do it. I don't think.
You're not a
Does it
mod,
make
are
sense?
you?
here.
Brooke's not a mod.
Oh, I'm a VIP.
How the fuck if VIPs don't have that? So what
I have
person's
magic.
doing that then? I have to. There has to be a way for me to see how that happened. I just don't know. I don't know what happened.
I just don't think you actually paused it.
No,
Anyhow.
I did. Anyways.
Because I tried to click it, I checked it.
Oh.
I asked a whole
Dang.
question about it because I was like, it's still on there, and then I clicked on it and I went, oh, never mind.
Okay.
Innocent.
Anywho, I need perception checks, please.
Oh, from all
From
of
every-
us?
Yeah.
That's concerning.
top.
That can
Yeah.
only go well.
Wasn't I just talking
Um,
earlier saying that my perception's so trash too?
It doesn't matter what my plus is.
It's not even. Okay, that's not.
I rolled one, but we'll see if it actually works.
The fact that my perception isn't necessarily low. It's just.
I'm not gonna say anything, because if I say anything, it's gonna go
Oh,
real
I
poorly.
accidentally.
17 TikToks.
I know. I'm yelling at it.
Here, let me just pull up my
Well,
character sheet.
yeah,
and look at it. Yeah, just perception check from everyone. That's
Just
it?
perception. Oh no, Echo.
That's always promising. Oh, yeah, wow.
Echo,
Took a
you
second
think
for
you
it to
see
load.
something-
Hey, mine
Yeah,
was
Echo,
better.
you see something
I
flying
don't like
high
that the
in
potato is doing
sky.
a
You
little
see it.
three face in chat. What'd the potato do to us, huh?
Oh, the potato did something very fun. I will watch it later, Val. But you, Echo, you swear you. Sorry, Casper. I'm getting better sometimes. You swear you see something flying up in the sky, like through the narrow view of the sky you get in this alleyway, and you think it's a drag. You swear it's a drag. Oh no, it's a cloud. It's just a cloud.
There's a dragon.
Uh,
Oh no.
And while
Yeah,
you
that's
point
right.
it out to Lucky and Neville, and they are looking with you, the rest of you, you hear like a quiet thump from down the alleyway, and then the sound of skittering.
Skitter,
Just
skitter.
around us?
There
From
be
down
a
the
thing.
alley. Like, so you're in an alleyway, and hold on. I have a map. I thought I had a map. Where did it go?
Seems like a problem. How do you lose a map?
Man, you're starting to sound like Dora.
Where's the map? Can
Where
you
is
point
the
to
map?
Map.
Y'all can see that, right?
Actually,
I do
we can't
see
sing the map song. I think it's copyrighted still.
it? Oh.
Okay,
oh.
so
I don't
y'all
think
are
it's
where
copyright
this
by
marker is,
off 10.
right? So
Yeah.
this is the street. This is the main street. Further this direction is where you hear the thump and the skittering.
Okay.
Skitter, skitter. There be a thing.
Keep in mind, half the party does not could not tell if that's there.
Yeah. So, and there's just skittering noises. I mean, you know, try to figure out how
Is it
aggressive I
lighter?
want to be on this.
Should we kill later?
Kill it later.
Wasn't Miter with us?
The cast.
I don't think Biter's
Also-
with us. I think Biter's actually our enemy.
I don't know what roll 20 is doing, but it's loading the screen.
Also, do I sound alright?
Yeah.
You do.
Cool.
No, you sound like Kyle.
Oh, that's a problem. Who the hell's that?
I'm gonna cast my dancing lights just into the alleyway, just a couple of them, so I can see better. And I'm gonna peek in the alley.
You guys are
also
actively
follow.
in the alleyway.
Okay, I'm gonna go further into the alleyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm still
I'll
casting
follow.
dancing lights if it's
What
dark.
does the alley taste like?
Like shit.
You
As
licking the
Neville
floor of
licks
the
the
alleyway?
ground,
That
yeah.
seems like a really bad idea. I'm sure at least one drunkard's pissed there recently.
I told you guys last time, Triss took you into an alleyway and down the alleyway. The reason she didn't go further into the alleyway is because there was like vomit and something else on the ground.
Yeah.
She didn't want to step in it. But as you guys are venturing deeper into the alleyway, These lights are floating by, and you swear you see like a little. Hang on, who had the higher? Who was Kahira? Aicles, you don't quite see this, but Kahira, you see what looks like a tendril like slide over the roof at the top of the end of the alleyway.
Entire
At the
roof.
I see a tentacle. Okay.
Oh
Yep.
Jesus!
Is
Oh
there
Jesus!
any
This is
like
more-
boxes or any way to get up to the roof?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
There is
How
a
high is the
pipe,
buildings next to us?
like 30 to 50 feet.
Oh fucking jeez. Oh, there's no way I could just leap or climb that then. Well, I could climb it,
I'll be
but
right back.
I mean,
I'll-
I can turn into creatures that climb.
true. So I will turn back to the rest of the group and say, I don't. There was a tentacle, I think. Do we know any creatures that would be in a town like that?
A tentacle?
Yeah,
I don't.
it just
I
went
don't.
over the corner up there. Probably on the roof.
Hmm.
Guy, I hope you know we can see your browser.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I realized after I wasn't on my other browser because I'm trying to look up all the wild shapes that I can. Brooke, what's the website that you use for wild shapes again?
Yeah, it's wild shapes. That's what you're looking at. Or you believe.
Brooke's gone. Brooke has left us.
God,
I'm
Brooke
boiling
is
water.
gone.
Brooke,
I'm
the
back. I'm
tentacle
back. I'm
creature
sorry.
took
I
Brooke.
had to
Oh,
talk
hi.
to
Hi, back on stars.
What were you guys asking? I'm sorry. I was talking with my mom.
I was
18
asking what website
TikToks.
you use for wild shapes because I forget what I can turn into.
Oh, I sent you.
Yeah,
You can't
I'm
turn
pretty-
into anything flying yet. You're not
How?
high enough.
How?
No, I'm not trying to
like,
get flying. I'm trying to
how
get
wide
climbing.
Is this? How wide is this alley?
It's like 15 feet, right?
10 to 15 feet wide, yeah.
I mean, I can fly on
Anyone
my
else
own.
ever watched The Emperor's New Groove?
Been a long time.
No.
Yes.
You know that
But
scene where they're
I don't
climbing
think
out of the gorge?
I don't. I don't know. If that's what we. I think it'd be a lot easier to just fucking climb it at this rate. You
Y'all
know.
want to try?
Hold on. Are there things around that can be moved to create a
Kahira's
way to get
gonna.
up?
Kahira's gonna just try to. No, I already asked if there's anything around to try to like climb up. Kahira's just gonna try to climb up the side of the wall. Like, is it wooden or is it
Well,
stone?
Well, there's a
tall-
pipe
how-
on an
how-
adjacent building.
Can I give?
How tall are
can
the
I-
buildings?
Can I give?
30 to 50 feet.
Can I give boost?
Because Kahira has athletics, and I know it's athletics to
Oh,
climb.
wait.
So.
How? Hold on. Where's my? Who am I?
DM, can I climb up the roof?
And then make an athletics check. The
Okay.
DC will be a little lower because you have a boost.
Alright.
If you tell Lucky, then I'll turn into a cat.
Yes. Alright. Do you want to ride up there, or just like be hopping up in case I start falling? You're trying to get up.
I've got 30 feet climb speed as a cat.
Oh, fucking
No.
alright, never mind. Alright. Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
I'll use a wild shape, turn into a cat, and start going up the wall.
Alright.
okay, here, I'll try
Kahira,
to be-
you get like halfway up and you have a hold on a window, and
Oh no.
suddenly you're like, what the hell is on this windowsill? And you look at your hand and there's like built glue or something all over your hand. And
Yeah.
so you don't feel like moving on. You're just like, nope, I'm done with this. But Lucky, if you want, you
I
have
try-
climb. You can
I
get
I
have
up.
a
feel like
Yeah.
Kahira
for
wouldn't be
you.
scared of glue.
I would like to also climb like this.
Could I try and mirthful leap?
Brooke, I have a question about racial bonuses.
What?
If a race has a climbing speed as a result of, say, their claws, and I was to changeling into that race, would I gain the climbing speed?
I think it says what you gain, like physical traits or something like that as a changeling.
I don't know.
Could I
Are you like
mirthful
trying to turn into like Tabaxi or something?
leap up there?
How high can you leap anyways?
Question. The math for that, I forgot. I have to
It
How-
just says I take on hair
Oh,
length of blah blah blah. It doesn't say anything
can't.
about whether or not I I gained that.
Because of the claw, because it's claws. I will let you have it
So
if
it's
it's because of the physical thing.
Yeah, because I know obviously like I couldn't become a tabaxi and then use the feline agility because that's like based on their race and their reflexes,
Thank you for
and that's like
this up
base
there.
things. But the
What's your
cat's
strength?
claws, you know, like that's part of the physical changes that happen to my body.
Yeah.
I don't think I could.
I have
mirthfully fight
claws, but I rolled
I
a
don't
7,
think it would
so
be
I don't
high
think
enough.
I'm making it.
No.
35.
No, you would not be.
Do you make it?
Lucky mix it up because Lucky just has climb speed.
Yeah.
So I meant does fur with a 7.
Oh,
For Falcon's ass.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
following after Kahira, and Kahira is on her way down as you are going up. You kind of bump into each other, and it makes for an awkward climb. So you have to climb down so that Kahira can get down.
That's alright.
What is your
Look.
strength modifier, Izzy?
Lucky?
I wouldn't be able to jump high enough.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so I was gonna say,
'Cause
it's something
it's-
about.
So I'm
how
the only one that makes
shit.
it up there. Oh god.
You can help us out.
I
I'm
tried
a
to
cat.
push past it, but I mean, you can at least look at what's up
Rapunzel,
there.
Rapunzel, lay down
Sniff.
your vines.
Let me
Actually,
see.
I can do that. I can make. Actually, wait. Yeah, that's actually one of my abilities. I can make a rope. I can make a rope out of vines.
Oh, well.
Yeah, straight
I mean,
up. I
if
can
you
just
see
do that.
anything up there, you see that it's important for us to all get up there.
You
But-
Do
see,
perception first, actually.
yeah, make a perception check
Okay.
to see how well this thing is hidden from you.
I mean, isn't it on the run? Oh, it's not hidden
Probably.
at all.
You see, cowering behind there's boxes on this roof. It seems like this is the top of some housing area or something, and so there is a trapdoor that leads up to the roof, and there's boxes up here, and trying to hide behind one of these boxes is just a ball of like something that looks like pinkish purple but very very pale with several tentacles on it. And when it sees you see it flies to the next roof and it keeps going.
So let me get this
Flies?
straight. There's a fleshy tentacle monster that's running around on the roofs.
Yes.
Okay. Could I go and try to catch it with my vines before it?
No, because you're a cat.
Yeah.
You don't
And
have-
by the time you wild shape back, I think it's out of your reach. How far is your reach on that?
Well, is
I
wild
think it's
shape
30
a
feet.
bonus action to get out of for moon druids?
Yeah.
Was that thing moving? That thing's moving pretty fast then.
I will
Yeah,
send you. There's an image in Mute
Well,
VC of what you just saw.
It says it's not
Okay.
actually combat. It's that
Yeah,
creature
it's-
starts moving because it notices, and so before
no.
he can even start wild shaping, even if it's a bonus action, it'll already be moving.
Brooke, what if you? Oh, don't chase after that.
Okay.
Just leave it. Just go back. It's
Well,
okay.
I
You can't
still
affect
haven't.
choices. You're not there.
I still haven't even seen what it looks like.
What are we missing out on?
It's in Mute
It's in
VC.
it's in mute VC. What that thing looks
Yeah,
like.
I'm trying to get there right now, but my computer
Ugh.
is
Uh-oh.
incredibly laggy right now for some reason.
Mhm.
You're all good. You're all good.
Oh, why?
But yeah, no, I can't affect anything. So
Oh Jesus Christ! That looks like it's gonna start like taking over my body if I
It
approach
looks
it.
What
like
kind
a
of hentai
BB
demon did you bring
beholder.
us?
Gonna crawl
Did
into your throat.
in this book, or did Casper send you this earlier?
Oh no, this is the help from my friend Volo that I was
Okay.
talking about.
I don't know who that is.
The Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Volo's Guide to Monsters. Yeah, Volo.
It's the second most fun monster manual for D&D.
I don't have the first one.
You start.
Are you...
You just see the little Siamese cat going yeet off the fucking building and start basically going and using his claw as basically like a thing to go and help reduce the him
The speed,
falling
just
his
fall speed,
his
yeah.
speed. And just heading back down. It's like fuck that.
that seems like a good sign.
Oh, hell no.
Lucky goes in on wild shapes and is like, I don't know what the fuck it is. It looks like a brain. And it's got tentacles. And it's, yes, it's terrifying.
Well, I mean, if it's fleeing, I don't know if it really matters if we go after it.
Does that description sound familiar to any of us?
Verna, Neville, and Cal can make a history check.
Not me with my
No,
monster
no. Give me
hunting
like
Oh, and you. Yes. Yes.
history.
Can
What
I
were you-
make a
was someone saying
deception
something?
check instead?
No.
If I roll high enough, I deceive the DM into believing it's a history check, right? So
I mean, you
get
can most
back to the
certainly
top.
try wasting that on that. Ooh.
Oops.
Oof.
Ooh.
Mine's a
History
12.
has 0. I have nothing in history. I don't have intelligence.
I mean, I've seen like a displacer piece before and stuff like that, and that looks kind of similar.
No, it doesn't relate to that.
I rolled
Like, you get the
3.
feel of, oh, this is something displacer when you first saw the tentacles, and then you saw what it actually was, and you're like, oh, wait, nope.
Oh wait, nope. Oh wait,
None
nope.
of you
That's
really
a
get the
fucking brain.
vibe of recognizing it. Let me roll something.
But I want to. And desire should be more important than the dice rolls.
But Triss pops up. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah, it was Triss. Triss pops up and is like, did it have, like, one big red eye?
Yes, it did. It's terrifying.
And she seems confused. And like kind of pulls out one of her journals pulls out a journal that she keeps in her bag and writes down in it. As she's explaining, I've never seen one of those come into town before. I'm going to have to alert some of the guards. I believe that was a death kiss. Incredibly
Gotta talk.
dangerous.
It doesn't sound like it's
Can we
good.
talk?
Why would it be in town?
And you let me chase after that shit?
I didn't know
How
where it
are we
was.
supposed to know?
Would have never
It
let you go
can
up there
talk.
alone.
Because if it was just listening to what we were saying, maybe we gotta worry a little
It does
bit.
not. I've never met one that speaks common.
Is there a reason
Well-
why it would have been listening in at all?
There's not a reason it should even be in town.
Well, I'd say that's a problem.
It
Probably.
is, and she kind of turns back towards the temple you just came from. Like she's sending a message, cantrip, and sighs
Can
as she
she?
looks back at you.
I feel like
Yeah.
we're further than 100 feet from that temple, given that we've traveled a good ways.
I mean, message is 120 feet, but yeah.
It's just 100 feet. Does she have the thing where she can double distance? No.
Because
she
you said, because we went from there to town to the board, and then past the board, so I don't think we're within 100 feet.
Well, the board is kind of a retroactive thing. The board's within like 50 to 80 feet of the place. But yeah, she would just be just out of reach. So she's actually passing message to just a guard in the vicinity as they kind of walk the streets to let them know. And she'll turn back and say, I've alerted the guard. They should be able to handle it just fine. Hopefully.
Okay.
Welcome back, Casper.
That's definitely not spooky. Not at all.
Yeah, that. Hopefully that'll get dealt with. But shall we continue on to the temple?
Yeah.
I suppose so.
And this one's a short-ish walk. From the outside, you can already tell this temple is still way better put together than the last one you were at.
Oh no, we've all been
and-
affected by the spells.
And there is just a single guard standing at the door.
Okay. Who wants to go up to them this time?
Tris. It worked
I mean-
last time.
Yeah. Follow Triss's lead.
Alright. Triss walks up and tries to talk to this person, but he's just looking right over her head. Like, not even looking at her. Is not listening.
It's like a British guard.
I'm gonna poke him.
A British guard?
Didn't they
Nothing happens.
Kahira
It doesn't
in the
feel
last?
Really
fleshy.
hard.
They thought about letting
Oh,
Kahira.
cool.
Oh my God.
I'm
He's gonna-
gonna.
Wait, what is Nick saying?
I was saying that didn't they? Weren't they about to let Kahira in last because of the god thing?
True.
Kahira,
Yeah.
again, we need to know.
Well,
I'm gonna give him
Neville,
a
you're gonna-
shove.
Make a strength check.
kind
Oh,
of look
shit, there's that
confused
guard
at
real
Neville as you shove this guard. Depending on what happens here.
Why do we have the need to be aggressive before using our words first? Thought that was like the whole point of you're supposed to be nice.
Yeah. Fuck is this
I
shit?
poked him and he didn't feel fleshy.
The poke didn't feel fleshy, and the shove is way heavier than any humanoid you've tried to
That's
shove
what-
before.
That's why I'm
Neville?
doing it. All right, I'm not insane,
And
people.
What happened
the
to
joint
words?
creak on this creature as it moves to put its great axe in front of it, like it's doing the "you shall not pass" pose. Still not looking at you.
Okay. It's probably a person. It's just a really weird person.
If I
But I-
just step past the axe, does it react?
It moves the axe into your way.
Is there a
It
way
is
if
like
we all
not. It's not
like-
standing beside the door. It's standing in front of the door. It is actively in your way to try and open the door.
I'm gonna reach past it and knock on the door.
You reach past it, knock, and it puts its arm in front of you, so you can't try and get closer to the door. No response.
Anybody else have any ideas? We can go through a window.
Well, I'm a follower of Nasby. Will that help us get entrance?
Yaspi, not
Yaspi, sorry.
not Naspi. Yaspi. Does not. You get the feeling you're not going to get a reaction out of this creature.
I don't know if that's true. I bet you I could get a reaction out of this creature.
Oh, you
get
could most
air,
certainly try.
Flirt intensely with it. Just kiss it.
Where's the bard?
Yo, Kahira, there's something wrong
Where's
with
the
you. Why are
bar?
you kissing this guard?
Where's the bard?
Where's the bard? Seduce it. Seduce the door.
Is somewhere.
the door?
I mean, we have a form of bondage.
Kahira Inferno, roll me a perception, please.
Oh.
Perception? Okay.
Yeah. I need to get my dice. Hold on.
I need to see if this works. Did it work?
Spider is not
That's a
next to you,
14.
Kahira. And Inferno, you do not see that.
Oof.
God damn it,
Spider
Ryder.
is not next to you.
Well,
Okay.
like I said, Lucky wanders around to the side of the building.
Would any
Lucky, you see Biter looking up at the windows, seeing if he can scale into them.
No.
I see we had the same idea.
Biter, is that behaving? Do we need another talk?
You're not at the side of the building.
We're gonna have to.
Same
we need
building.
to be quiet?
Neville's senses are going off that Biter is misbehaving.
I actually when I looked at my vine abilities, it turns out that even in my regular form, I have 30 feet of climb speed.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
So when Biter is trying to like go and get into the window and like looking for a way to scale,
He's
I'm
not
just like,
actively trying to. He's just looking up and seeing if there are any windows he can reach. There aren't really. Or just those stained glass windows that are like super high up. If you want to continue looking around to the back of the building, you can.
I have to go for a
Would
moment.
you?
yeah, Lucky
I don't know.
Lucky
if I'll
will
be right back
wander
or not.
around there.
Okay. So as you guys are dealing with the guard at the front, Lucky and Biter are walking around the back, and there's just this one window. It's perfect height. You have the feeling
Let's go.
you'll be able to get into that.
Well, Lucky then starts to go and like climb up and then help Biter in through the window with the vines.
Well, when you start, Biter's gonna be like, shouldn't, but the others.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You guys can open the door from the inside.
Actually, yeah. They're just
Get a
the guard,
reaction of
and
the
then we just
guard.
go in.
No reaction from the guard. No matter what you guys say, he's not budging. But Biter, after that argument, will follow you in, yes.
We should probably be at least a
I'm gonna
little bit
turn to
quiet.
Trismoria.
We did-
Oh, I'll let you. Sorry.
Yeah?
We should probably be at least a little bit quiet.
Yeah, let me a stealth check.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn to Trismoria and say, "Is this normal?"
Sorry, bless me. She does not sneeze. Yes, Caroline has taken extra precautions not to
Okay.
use humans as her guards, or I mean, technically he is humanoid, but this is no, I was rolling a d20, not saying a name.
This is D20.
Jesus,
Oh, what was his name?
that didn't even help me. Oh God.
I wrote down his name. Oh, did you lose? Did you use a lucky on that?
I did.
Okay. His name is Billy 3, and he is a Warforged.
Oh
Do you need me to write out Billy 3?
no.
Yes.
Yes, otherwise we'll get the name later on.
Well, I'm writing it down this time, like a smart person.
I'm not at my computer. I'm standing in the kitchen, so I can't reach it.
Oh.
33. Yeah. Lucky, you feel like you're pretty hidden as you turn to see if Biter made it into the window,
It's fucking gone.
and Biter's not there. So, this room you're in, where did I put the description? It looks like it's a living space, kind of like the last temple in the back where Zachary was. There's a bed off to one side, a chair and table at the center, and at the base of the bed there's a small chest for clothing. There's no one in here.
Oh God.
You feel a
God bless.
tiny tap on your shoulder because Spider notices you don't know where he is. He's very well hidden under the table.
Jesus.
Alone with the child for 5 seconds, and you are able to.
I'm convinced Spider might actually be a ghost at this rate, just fucking vanishing at will.
Interesting
That was
theory.
the point, though.
Lucky is playing a horror game, something with Biter.
Loki's
You
just
were
teleporting
saying
around.
something to Trish, right? Kira? Oh no, you asked the name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Trish looks like she expected this kind of a reaction from the guard. Yeah, no one's been able to get through him yet. I mean, short of getting the guards out here to physically move him, they're probably going to get really hurt doing it, so we just haven't done that.
Fair enough.
Wait, are there-
Shouldn't we wait? Why didn't we get like a stamp or something from the queen or something to show?
I
So
am
then
your
we're
stamp.
not having these well, you're a shitty stamp so far. No, I'm sorry.
I don't think you say that.
No, I don't.
So wait, are
No,
there like
seeing
any,
devil.
What are you
are
saying?
there, are there any windows around the front of the building?
Nope.
Wasn't
Well, I
like
mean,
on
there are these high up stained glass windows that are in like every quote unquote holy building, but
I was gonna go and like walk up to the window and just be and just kind of like make motions to go to the back of the building.
you and Biter are in the back of the building. It's just a small room in the back that looks like a living space. There is a door out into the main area of the temple where you hear like very quiet humming coming from, like someone's humming a song under their breath. But there is no windows from here to the front because you are in the back.
Well, we
Well,
need to
does
get in.
the
You were-
Warforge listen to anybody? Or only the queen?
I don't.
Probably
no,
the
wasn't-
girl
Technically, he
inside.
listens to whoever's in the temple.
Wasn't
Well.
okay, wait. No, wasn't it mentioned the whole reason we don't have something from the queen is because she didn't want it to be obvious that we were asking her for stuff like that, because make it obvious to everyone that the god or whatever's gone? Wasn't that like
That was part
most
of
of the
it,
point?
yeah.
Well, I mean, she could still say, "Hey, guys, these people have
Seeing Neville
access."
try to shove the guard first, I'm gonna. Look, we need to get inside. And I am going to rage to give myself advantage, and I'm shoving this guard aside.
Make a strength check.
Get the fuck out of the way. Thank God I give myself advantage.
As she does this, I'm gonna draw my bow just in case and hold an attack.
Yeah, because
No,
what happens
he
when
was
she rages
fine
is she's
getting
forced to like I'll have her claws like just extended stuff as she tries to shove him out in the way and partially transforms. She's not attacking,
Tris
but
tried to stop you, and he was fine with the. You budge him a lot more than Neville did, but he just moves his foot a little bit to be more balanced and sturdy. You barely trailed. But seeing the bow get drawn, the axe moves from the "you shall not pass" stance to he is ready to hit the next person that
I'm
attacks him or
opening the
touches
door
him.
when he moves.
He doesn't really move. He shifted his one foot and changed his hold on
But
his
he's
axe.
pointing his axe away from the door, right?
He's still standing in the door. You can try and move around him. You might get whacked, but you can try and move around him.
While I'm raging, I will.
You know, we could have, you know, like somebody go and stand back and, you know. Oh, vortex.
This-
Okay.
This
I
might.
know what that spell does.
He probably will succeed.
What?
Alright.
Constitution save. Can
What is
there
the
be...
Yeah, he fails
Can
by
I
one.
impose disadvantage because
Fails
I was
by one?
shoving him?
He fails
Fails
either
by
way.
one.
Yep.
I don't know where I am on the. I'm looking at a map. But
Oh yeah, that map is not accurate anymore.
I don't. Whoa.
You can be standing kind of further back if you want, or if you want to move up for the spell, you absolutely can.
I want to move him to the opposite side of the room.
You are not in a room. You are. Are you trying to move him just far enough away from the door you guys can get in?
Yeah.
Alright. You do, and whoever wants to dash into the door can. Otherwise, whoever's left is getting hit.
We'll dash inside.
I did the spell. Can I still dash?
Yeah, you can. Oh, it's not technically a action dash. It is just whoever wants to run on in can.
Going in.
Where he
I will-
is.
I'll back into the.
So, Guy,
Yes.
as you and Biter are trying to figure out a way to let people know, you hear the doors open and the clanking of metal as this humanoid is trying to follow them in but gets the door shut in their face, and then you hear kind of like a small shriek from in the main part of the temple as you guys run in, close the door to stop the thing from getting in. You see at the temple altar, this is already a very well cleaned, much better temple, as you could see from the outside. And on the inside, it's clean. It's not as empty feeling as the last one. And there's a girl knelt at the temple altar. Her hair is like kind of blocking her face from this side. Her undercut is blocking from this side. And as you guys close the door, she stands quickly, looking alarmed, and brushes off the bottom half of her robe, saying, You can't be in here. And she looks like she's about to call for help.
I mean, we're just let in, so you know, it seems like we're allowed to be in here. No.
Yeah, we definitely were just let in.
Well, yeah.
I am a worshipper of Yaspi. just came in here to do worshipping. That was exactly how she would say that too. She doesn't understand words.
She pauses. It's like,
Once I'm done,
Billy should have stopped you. This isn't a temple to Yaspi. This is a temple to Thesia. I get that they are together, or whatever. But he should not be worshipped in her worship area.
very well, yes, but Yaspi's been kind of worried about her. So I thought maybe to talk to some people in her temples to see what's going on.
And at this point, you see Biter open the door to the back living area where he and Lucky were. You see Lucky. It's easy to see Lucky.
It's impossibly easy to see Lucky. He's just
Yes. He's like
frozen,
crouched
like,
down, looking like he's hidden, but he's not hidden. And Biter gives up his stealth to like wave at you guys.
Kahira just not wave back, hoping that this person does not turn around. Get those two in trouble. Breaking in. Even though we technically did the same thing. Also, do we know where Neville went? I just realized that.
Neville
probably
followed you
back
guys.
up.
And yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry. I was responding to a message, and she just shakes her head, and I understand that he's worried. Believe me, he has contacted me himself. But whatever's happening is for the gods to deal with. If the gods have problems, the gods should fix their own problems. Right.
I suppose, but as worshippers, we should also try to help, shouldn't we?
As worshippers, if it is our place, we will be asked to help. I have not been asked. I will know my place and leave it be.
Where do we go from here, guys?
Well, but if your god's in danger and they can't ask for help at the moment, you never know.
She is a
Nonetheless.
goddess. She has the power to reach whoever she needs. She's an immortal person who helped create this wonderful world that we're in, and you think that something can stop a god from talking to those who
Another
follow them,
god,
who give
yeah.
them power?
Exactly. Nothing's invincible.
Gods against gods, you know. If
And
a
you'd be
god is
foolish to
affecting
think
another
that.
god.
And what god would have a problem with Thesia?
Evil
She's a
gods?
sweetheart.
Other gods?
Evil
Gods
gods
that
that don't
don't
like
like
sweethearts?
What exactly have
I
you heard
suppose-
from her?
I suppose you have a point. What have I heard? Well, recently she's been a little bit quiet, but she does get that way sometimes. So I locked down the temple because she is not speaking, therefore she wishes not to be heard at the moment. I have no one to talk to if she has no reason to be heard.
That is depressing.
And Billy 3, was supposed to stop you at the door.
What was the guy's name that we
Billy
bas-
3.
Zachary.
bullied? No, Zachary, right, okay.
Zachary.
Oh,
Yeah, the other temple. Just making sure I had that
Is
right.
anyone holding the door closed, by the way?
No, I don't think
No.
so. No one remembered to do that. Just said
Well,
they
Cal-
Billy is.
Just
Nicholas
couldn't say
can't.
because he knew the thing was trying to get in. So Cal probably would have been because he don't really say shit to anyone.
Okay, make a strength check, please.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, you don't have to beat much.
Lucky like holds up one of his vines behind her and just like turns his head and is like and like kind of gives a motion of like cover her mouth kind of thing.
Yeah, you feel a thump against the door behind you, Cal. Like someone's trying to shoulder charge it.
Would
And
Kahira see
you
that
slide a
motion
little bit.
from Lucky?
I mean, it's a thud,
Wait,
so
what?
I'm assuming we'd hear it at
No,
least.
would see Lucky like say to
I'd
cover
say
her
you
mouth.
would, yes.
It's
Okay.
it's like like he's like basically like asking a question like do I go and
Oh, Oh.
Uh,
Kira doesn't understand it as that she's not the most intelligent. She's going to instead do this for you right at this
Oh,
moment.
Jesus Christ!
Make a grapple check, and Cal, you kind of slide a little as the door behind you gets thumped into by a shoulder charge, but you hold it steady.
Grapple, it's strength, right?
Yep.
Hey, Kahira, what are you doing?
I'm covering her mouth because I saw Lucky make the motions. So Kahira is not putting it together like he's asking. Kahira thinks that's what he says should be happening.
Oh my god!
Well, in that case.
18. Yeah, Kahira's going to like
She barely
glance at
gets
Lucky
out
doing
another
that,
quiet
rush
shriek.
behind her and try to just cover her mouth.
Oh
She
my
barely
God.
gets out another shriek before, yes,
Girl,
you cover her
what are
mouth.
you doing?
Triss will also say, what the hell?
Don't ask me. Lucky, why am I doing this exactly?
I was asking if you wanted me to do it!
Oh.
Well, either
That's-
way, you wanted someone to do it.
Where are we coming?
There was no reason to do it.
I don't know why. Do we should call for help? The people outside that are gonna hear her
We
are
were talking to her peacefully anyways.
Kahira's not the brightest.
Kahira.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna walk over and use my bow and just kind of bonk Kahira on the head.
Oh my god.
Are you trying to do any damage at all?
To me? Oh, is he trying to do damage to me?
I wish
Yeah.
to do can I do 1 point of damage?
Make an attack roll to see if you actually hit her hard enough to do it.
Thank you, Belle. I have a 14 AC. If he doesn't hit that.
What am I rolling again?
Just a
Strength?
d20 plus your strength.
D20. Oh my goodness. This is so finicky to do it on a phone.
Oh,
Ah.
whoa.
What's happening? What happened?
You
You
said like
rolled
5
4
d20s.
times.
I can't actually see what I'm rolling. I don't know what's happening.
You rolled a 2.
Yes, your first roll was a 2, so a 2
I
plus.
can't tell what's happening. What? Okay, so what am I doing? I'm so sorry.
You're attacking
Adding
with
your
a 2
strength.
plus
What is
your
your strength?
Fuck it. Okay. I wish to do no damage. Fuck it. I'm not done with it. Sorry.
Okay.
Screw it.
Sorry.
I just wish to bonk her on the head. Just know that it was a bonking until it's bonking.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you were bonked on the head, and the woman who was cooperating is now trying to struggle against you, is not doing very well, looks very panicked. Can I get another strength check, Nyx?
yeah.
Maybe we should bring this into the back room. This is gonna probably look really bad. Oh shit.
Yeah, maybe you should let her go.
Ma'am, this was a simple misunderstanding. I am sorry. Do you promise not to yell for help if I let you go?
She very panically nods as Cal goes sliding and the
I'm
door
gonna let
slams
go of
open.
her as I like see that too.
She runs over
Genuinely
to
didn't mean
stand
any harm.
beside Billy 3.
Fair enough.
I don't know who you think you are, but I want you out of my temple.
Well, that's going to be a
Why did
problem.
we come here in the beginning?
Trying to figure
That's-
out what's happening.
We're trying to find more information.
We're failing miserably.
Yes. Because we are almost starting to do bad cop, good cop negotiations before we even have to restrain them when they're talking to us.
Why don't we
I find
just
it entertaining.
explain what's going on to her?
Because the queen wants us to keep it on down, though.
How are we supposed to get information?
Because we can talk about it without talking about it.
That we
Then
can
why-
talk about it without talking about the queen's involvement in it.
Why aren't we doing that?
Because we're too busy grappling them.
Because you have a barbarian with 0 intelligence who likes aggression before words, and no one else is talking before she gets the chance to
Chris will
grab.
speak up and say,
I mean,
the queen kind of accepts that the people of the temple are going to know that she may be involved in looking for Thesia. That it was just so other people don't know. You could have mentioned the queen. I'm basically saying, hey, the queen's helping with this, blah, 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 or the queen's worried about this when I walk in with you.
Ah. Well,
Okay.
then, we know her name is
Caroline.
Caroline, okay. So,
This poor woman.
Oh yeah, you should have been making those
apologize.
at disadvantage.
I thought so.
Next.
Well,
But as we're
sorry,
talking,
Caroline.
the past like 4 times tried to speak, it just got cut off.
Oh, I am so sorry. Yeah, so it should say, so your skills are ability checks, and like the stats themselves are ability checks.
Okay.
Alright. I forgot you had disadvantage already.
I
Sorry, what were you guys saying?
felt like after I like clicked the second one, I was like scrolled down when I was looking, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
Second time
What is
anyway.
the acrobatics for?
I think it's
It
just trying to
was
roll.
not on purpose.
Yeah, they just trying to
Okay.
do stuff or do stuff.
No,
Okay.
I'm not trying to. I'm on my phone and it's really finicky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anything that's not
phones don't work
PC
very
is
well.
very bad.
Yeah.
I would be using my laptop, but it proceeds to want to kill itself even without Discord running, so like I don't know what the fuck to do, so
I don't know.
I'm just kinda fucked. So
Mhm. Alright.
I understand you may be worried of Thesia being missing, but she's a goddess. She'll be back in her own time. Now, please, get out.
Well, you say this, but you know the other priest, Zach, right?
Ugh, don't get me started on Zachary.
No, we talked to him before you, and he was very much in the mindset that he was talking to her consistently every day. Thought that his I was gonna say castle. Thought that his church building was completely well kept and everything, but it was in complete disarray.
we
Was
found
there
that the
some
entire temple was under a spell.
sort of
Anyone who was
illusion?
in it saw it otherwise.
It was a very nice building in the spell.
Yes.
Indeed.
But we saw the illusions for ourselves.
Even outside the
That
window, it
does.
looked like the statue was in perfect shape, not broken. There's something
The
going on
statue's
with your
broken?
temples. Isn't it broken?
It is.
Yeah.
Broken.
She can't see this. She can't see the statue from this building.
Oh, okay. Yes, it's broken.
When was the last time she left the building?
It's been a couple months.
She's. This is why we don't deal with gods.
By the way, you've said that you talked to Kahira's god.
Yes,
What had he said last?
Yaki, he was worried about her and wanted to know if I had heard anything. No, but I told him I fully believe my goddess is capable of handling herself. And he
Well,
got a bit
I'm
mad at
afraid to
me.
tell you this, but if a god is worried about another god, I feel like there's a lot more to go about this than a human worried about their own god. If a god's worried about another god, I feel that it should be an actual imminent threat. If that's the case.
Well, then I believe the gods can help themselves. They are very powerful.
Yeah. Well, nonetheless, it doesn't hurt to know information.
People of worship, good
And
things
that's all
may
we're
come.
asking for.
How about this? If I happen to remember or find any information on anyone who may have been having a tiff with Thesia, I will send it your way. How about that?
We'd appreciate that, and that's all we need.
And one last thing, when was the last time that you contacted her? Do you remember? And what was she saying?
That would have been a few months ago when I closed the temple. Just before I closed the temple. It was just the daily prayers and... What did she say? I can't remember.
Not bothersome.
Or perhaps it just wasn't anything important because the goddess didn't know something was wrong.
Also, real
She
quick,
says,
Tris, can I ask Tris to do if she can still do detect magic?
let's see what her spell slots are looking like
And
real quick.
can I also like insight check her that she doesn't remember what was said?
Go for it. So Tris never had detect magic. It was Neville that had, and I don't know if Neville wants to spend.
Oh.
She seems totally on. She looks like she's thinking. Less of she doesn't remember, and more of she doesn't remember off the top of her head, and she's trying to remember.
Okay.
But she nods a little bit, and she's like, I think she mentioned something about beware the fog, and I thought she was just giving me a heads up on the weather prediction because the next morning it was very foggy, and it was foggy enough to warrant carefulness. And then she never spoke to me again.
That really doesn't give us much.
No, but it seems like it was something important that was being muffled in some way, possibly.
Maybe.
Maybe someone was trying to silence her.
If I come across something else, I will let you know. You, and she'll look at Kahira. What is your name? So that I can cast sending.
Kahira. Layla.
Alright. And she, writes down in the little small journal beside the altar. Here. Alright. Now please get out before Billy has an aneurysm. Can you have an aneurysm, Billy? And the person just shakes their head.
Well,
Very well.
Well, then before he springs a leak, go on.
He eats himself.
thank you for
Himself out
thank
the
you for
window.
talking with us.
Yes.
Of
Sorry
course.
about the misunderstanding.
Maybe next time, don't try and silence someone you want information from.
Fair point.
I kind of looking at her. I kick her, kind of nodding.
I hesitate to want to allow you into this temple again, but if you do need me, Billy 3, and he'll look at her, these people are allowed in. And he nods.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We don't come here for any harm or any monkey business. We
They
we
don't.
just little.
That's
Some of us
usually
are a
the
little bit
problem.
more unhinged, so we apologize and won't happen again. If it does, we'll have some other conversations later. But for now,
I feel like you were staring at me when you said that.
yes, I did. I was.
I always feel like.
Have a good day, madam. Have a good
Goodbye.
Lucky just yeets himself out the window and gets stuck in the ground like a sword. his horns get stuck in the ground.
Oh wait, no.
At some point, you guys lost track of Biter, and he lands beside you, Lucky, and it looks like he has something else in his bag this time.
Oh.
Open them. Let me see what you got.
He opens his bag and pulls out a couple pieces of paper that look like there's some sort of drawing on them.
Oh, that could be helpful. Is Lucky still stuck in the ground?
Spider will help you.
The Biter's
He
just like,
walks
what do you
around
have?
to the
Just turns it upside down so you can really
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He turned it upside down so you could see it, and then helps you up and walks around to the front with you. So he's patiently waiting for the people. And Triss will walk out, but before she leaves, she'll turn around, she'll bow her head and I am so sorry again, Caroline. Yeah, get out of here. And Triss walks out and sighs. So that went Less smooth than I had hoped, but better than I expected.
Well,
At least it didn't descend into complete chaos. Not as much chaos as it did at the last temple.
Right.
yeah.
At least there was no spells in play, hopefully, this time. At least not that we could see.
No. It seemed like she had her noggin together, and there didn't seem to be any deception in any form. So,
As I told you, Caroline's usually better about keeping herself sane.
mhm.
But all in all, there's not really much information we gained other than, yeah, God hasn't been talking to us in a while.
Well, nonetheless, we have a source of information that can reach us later if need be. At the very
Are you
least.
guys saying all of this in front of the temple, or are you guys walking away just saying this?
I mean, assuming we're walking away.
As you guys get far enough away, Biter will pull out the drawings again and hold them up for Kahira or Ferna, someone to take. I
What
found
you
these
doing
in a
there,
room.
buddy?
Oh,
They were in a room.
were they
We're just,
hidden?
just walking away, aggressive waddling.
No.
Yes. Yes, they were hidden.
Can I
Like,
see that, bud?
He hands them over. And they look like, I can't remember who failed or passed their stupid save to see the statue. But if you had failed your save and saw the statue, it looks like the woman from the statue. It looks like Thesia in one of the drawings, and around her is just like a whole bunch of like smeared charcoal in the way of looking like fog or smoke. And in the next one, there's just fire drawn in. And in the final one, it looks like some sort of house amidst a swamp. And this one looks very fresh.
I'm gonna just kind of show it to everyone and make sure everyone.
Does anyone recognize the house?
Not the house, but Ori, if you can hear me, can you roll an intelligence check? Or a history check, please.
Maybe we should have asked her if she was having any visions or dreams, but she said she wasn't contacting with their god, so.
Either or, she said if she had information about it, she would have told us.
She seemed truthful.
Got a 10, I think.
Yeah, nothing seems to stand out to anyone really, other than the fact that that's Thesia.
Well, I mean, this could just confirm that maybe someone's hiding her, she's hiding her.
Also, is something different for those who passed the wisdom check for seeing the statue?
Well, I mean, if you saw the statue, you knew what Thesia looked like, and if you didn't, then you just saw the crumbled statue.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
those that failed the check can easily point out that that's Thesia for you.
Like, we just say that pointed out that it was Thesia, just so that way
Yeah.
everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Lucky be like, it's a fucking broken statue.
Oh,
That was the only reason helpful was because of what Biter said.
yeah, you know.
Yep.
Hmm.
As the drawings always see, front and back.
They look the same either way you flip it. I mean, it's not like there's anything hidden that you can tell at the moment.
I know, like, is there just a blank backside, or is there anything
Oh.
more
Yeah,
to it?
I mean, some of the darker patches scribbled in on the front kind of show up when you hold it up from the
Mhm.
back. Yeah.
Chase, is there like a swamp nearby or anything?
Well, the only swamp that comes to mind is that, I don't remember the name I gave it, but it's, the swamp on the northern western connected border.
I've heard about those swamps. My father used
They're
to
incredibly dangerous.
travel through them, as I've heard.
Yeah,
That's the only lead we have, then.
but how
Well.
often is there gonna be a house in a killer swamp?
Well, from these pictures, it's a house that's on fire. Is that what was depicted? What was depicted again? Sorry.
She was
One of the pictures was fire, and then one of the paintings or pictures was a house in a swamp. The house was not on fire.
Was it just fire? Or were the
Yes.
things specifically in the background?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
As he said, if I hold into the sun, nothing lines up with the stuff on the back in front. Or
No. I need to go use the bathroom. And also the name of the swamp was the Surging Glades.
I'm not gonna remember.
if I line the papers up together and do it in the sun, does that matter? Oh, that's right.
The DM had to go. But
Yep.
I'm trying
I'm also
to
gonna go use the bathroom. Quick bathroom break.
Okay. In game.
She would tell you.
I didn't change my stream back. You guys didn't miss anything really much. We just put a bunch of pieces of paper together, and we saw there's another symbol of what was his name again? Sebnis, the trickster god.
Do you need me to type that again for you?
No, I have it written down. I just was having trouble pronouncing it.
It's okay.
Sevdis. Got it written down. I did it.
Yes. But unless you guys have anything you want to do on the way back, you guys are on the way back to the castle.
Can I keep an eye out for that weird creature?
Make a perception check.
Okay. I also want to ask. Well, I guess I'll ask the more religious people. Would you guys know if Sevdis maybe has something to do with that tentacle creature? If it has any sort of connection?
Religion check.
I was typing for
Oh.
stars to do. Because I don't want to roll and then get a shit roll and him be like, oh, well, I didn't get that information because you rolled for me. There will be an answer to your question momentarily. They're not just ignoring you, Kihira, I swear. Where the fuck did my dice go?
I don't. I'm not religious, so.
So, yeah. Acles
No,
is
Ori,
ignoring
you can also make a check.
I've got
Or you can
proficiency.
also make the check if you want. What?
I've got proficiency in religion.
Yeah, but you never would have really learned anything about Septus.
this god.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. He may have stepped away from his computer. We'll retroactively answer that if he rolls high enough.
Okay.
But the general consensus is, after I find my dice to roll, there it is. Hold on.
DM's having issues, guys.
No, she doesn't know shit. She doesn't know shit.
Alright. It's just a thought. I guess let's head back.
Well, no, keep in mind for now until we find someone that can actually answer our questions.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
But you guys are walking back, and as you walk in, one of the people at the entryway of the castle waves over to Triss and says, "Oh, the queen wanted to talk to you about something. She seemed very urgent." Well, quote unquote, like air quote, urgent for the queen. You know how it is. And Triss turns to you all and says, "Well, this is where we say goodbye for now. I'm sure you can find your way back to your rooms, right? Or did you want to stay in that one big room again?"
Cal stays with Ori in the one room.
Alright.
Or at
You're
least he
staying
plans.
with Cal.
Lexi just gives a shrug.
Then I would say we stay in the one big room just in case. It feels more
Mhm.
safe.
Okay. Anyone who wants to sleep in a separate room can.
Will it be as guarded as it was last time?
Yes.
Yes.
Acles will be in a separate room.
Alright. You still have your private room that you stayed in. Well, stayed in with Moist, but Moist is going to stay with the group. Okay, so retroactively saying, because Neville would have known this, Not that he can tell off the top of his head. He hasn't heard anything about anything like that being related to Septus. Then again, Septus isn't really someone he's studied heavily, so take that with a grain of salt. But Triss will go away, and as you guys are holding.
Looks like we'll
As
need
you guys are walking back to your rooms, you see Pan walking the halls. Pan Silvertongue, the right hand / brother to the Queen of the East.
Was he just walking about, or?
He's just seeming to be taking a stroll.
I kind of just nod my head at him and just ask how he's doing. In passing, I guess.
Doing well, thank you. How about yourself?
Doing alright. There's a lot of puzzling stuff going on today, but
Tell
trying
me
not to
about it.
figure it out. What are you up to today?
Oh, I'm trying to walk around and relieve a headache. The Queen has been my Queen has been very quiet today, and that usually spells trouble for me.
Oh boy. Well, hopefully the migraine goes away soon.
Thank you.
Our tea can help with that every now and then.
Can I get like a general insight on whether it is just a headache, or does he seem worried or anything, or like is just walking off a headache?
Brooke, did you forget you added Dice Mate in here? Or did you get rid of it?
Oh!
I think Brooke forgot. By that reaction, Brooke forgot.
Yeah. I was just...
Because he's only allowed in rolling. So it's not on my little sidebar where I see the people.
I can't even type Stars' name because I don't fucking remember what it is.
It changes often.
There's 16. There is the slightest hint of worry because, like you said, when the Queen gets quiet, it usually spells trouble for him. But other than that, it genuinely does seem like he's just a little bit stressed, trying to walk off his headache.
Okay, then. I won't press it then.
And what is the issue that you guys were getting up to, if I may?
Well, we had orders from the Queen to go talk to some of the temples, but it was kind of a mess trying to talk to them, but that was about it.
I don't think we're supposed to tell people this.
Fortunately for what's about, the rest is confidential.
Anyone who's really looking at him, like, really looking at him, make an insight check, please.
I'm always looking.
How been?
I think I hit it. Did I hit it?
Mm-hmm.
Did it hit? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone,
So,
I can't see it.
Berna and Kahira, and Cal, actually, even with your tired eyes looking at him. You say the religious stuff in the temples, and his eyes just widen a little bit, like he might have an inkling of what you guys are talking about. And he goes to say something, glances around at the guards in the hallway, and just shrinks back in to himself and doesn't speak on the matter. And
If
he
you
just
would
nods
like
and
to
goes,
say something, we could always move away from prying ears.
He nods a little bit, and then he tilts his head and, well, I may not be able to say much on it, but my queen tomorrow has time free if you wish to speak with her on it. I believe, and he gets a bit quieter and leans in a little bit closer. to hopefully stop the guards from listening. I believe the Northern Queen may have confided in her.
Very well then. How can we get in contact with your queen?
I'm sorry. Confided with with the queen here, Northern Queen.
Yeah, the Northern Queen confided in the Eastern Queen.
Gotcha.
I'll have. That's me miswording something, not him starting and stopping.
Mhm.
We'll be out in the gardens for tea for most of the day tomorrow. She finds the nature relaxing, but after tomorrow we're supposed to head back to the Eastern Kingdoms.
No, we are digging for information, so talk would be nice.
Then I
try to catch
hope
you
to
then.
see you tomorrow.
Indeed.
See you tomorrow.
Good rest of
Hope your
your
headache
walk.
is better, but
He just hums and nods and continues on his walk.
well, hopefully that's pleasant news or something.
We can help.
So, take anything we can get at this rate.
You guys are welcome to attend dinner, and nothing really special happens. And other than that, the day's pretty much over. There's no sources of information that pop up, no one that approaches you. So unless you guys want to have any split off conversations, like pull anyone aside or anything, then I believe it is time to lay down and sleep.
Yeah.
Why is my Wi-Fi doing so shit?
Actually, I didn't get any other session. Can I talk to the party as a whole, like away from other people, like in the room or something?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna ask to do that before they head off. Just to, I mean, Stars or Neville can do what the fuck he wants. He already knows about it. But would Cal still have the paper or whatever when he explained the ones to Neville?
I believe you had handed it to Neville, and I believe he kept it.
Okay. Is it possible I can ask Neville to have it to show?
Neville's like, no, this is mine now. You gave it to me. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Assume he.
No takes backsies.
I'm asking him.
Okay.
A loot gremlin of a changeling.
Mhm.
It's mine now. No. Oh shit.
I don't know.
Give me 1 second. Be right back.
Do we actually trust him, though? You know, he asks for people for sleep, but then turns around and says he wants to kill children, and then he also wants to.
Also, Biter is very well behaved now. He is staying close by your side. He's actually staying by Ori's side this time.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm going to ping him because
He's
he did not answer
I'm gonna
immediately.
get more
I
food.
gave him a minute.
Worst case scenario, if we can't get an answer, is it possible that I would say, actually no, I would say that Cal could try and redraw it, but my performance with our is already a 1, technically. Like it's like almost close to nothing. And there's a disadvantage
You
at the
can
moment.
go ahead and roll. I'd say it would be a straight roll. It would not be at disadvantage because I was going to give you advantage because you've drawn it once. So just a straight roll.
Okay. Now I'm lost. Performance. It's still so low.
In Neville's silence, you try and draw it again, but the lines are getting a little bit squiggly, you know. Your eyes are getting dry for not sleeping. Which is a weird thing that happens. I don't know why eyes get dry when you don't sleep. It's bothering.
Just for a second.
Sleepy.
Lack of moisturizer.
It's stupid. But Neville is just quiet on the situation because he won't fucking respond.
Okay. Well, in the case he does respond and does hand it off, we can just say that he used that instead, I guess.
Right.
Or at least afterwards. But using
I'm gonna
his
say he
for
would
draw,
show it.
he would.
I'll say he probably would. I mean, you drew it.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Even though out of character, I already know he doesn't. But Cal with the drawing or whichever drawing it was, would just kind of maybe let's keep an eye out for this. I don't know how to explain it, but it was seen in a dream before, and Neville also mentioned I should say something, and my eyes aren't the best sometimes. You guys are always looking, so I figured it's best to have the whole party keeping an eye out versus just one, two.
Well,
Just
that's
in case.
fair. I'll try to keep an eye out for it then.
For no, roll me a history check.
Oh God.
And do any of us recognize the paper, by the way?
Roll me a history check, Berna.
Okay. That's why intelligence? All right, you need to stop doing this. What did I roll? I can't even see it.
3!
It,
oh, no,
it
that's not
didn't
3.
click. It did not click.
It didn't.
History checks are just memory checks, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm not very wise apparently, so.
No, histories are intelligent, so.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't have intelligence for shit, so.
You and me
Because
both.
I rolled so poorly for Fernal, so.
You didn't do poor.
I have
well.
two good stats. Two good stats. I have a
Can you
negative
try hitting
one.
it again?
Me?
Yeah,
Bam.
it didn't click.
Hit the button again. It seems to be lagging or not working.
Is it working? I
Go on.
Your
You want me to
connection
give
to
Sam
the
access
server
to the
has been up.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Hold on, I can try to use my laptop because it hasn't died yet. Because I haven't been using it. Let me crack it open
If
real
you
quick.
want, I can just give Sam access to the sheet.
I'm saving battery life on my laptop by not using it. So I've been saving it for combat strictly. Okay, I understand. Stop it. My roll was a 16.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, there's a 10. It was a 10 and then a 16.
That was a 10. Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize it.
Damn
No one
I'm not-
really recognizes it. It
I'm
looks
not going to
pretty
recognize
cool.
history.
Can I pull up the rough photo of it then and send that in?
Yeah, I
That
was
way-
about to copy and
Oh.
paste it so that people could see.
Oh my goodness.
So remember that colorful symbol that we were all talking about in the one chat?
Yeah, it's in VC.
Damn it, I was about to do that. But the colorful one that we were calling a Casper was calling it a dragon face. That's what it was.
Oh, it's that one again.
Yep.
Okay, that's the drawing that you drew. Oh, okay.
That is the drawing.
Gotcha.
Actually, also, Izzy and Ori can also make an intelligence check, a history check.
Oh, I'm so good at these.
Ooh. Both of you are both like, no, I don't know it any better either.
Yeah, no, wow. No one knows what the hell this is.
I would love for us to know things, but we're just not.
Why?
We're just. So if there's any plot things you're trying to do here,
You'll have more chances to try and remember it.
okay.
And it'll slowly lower over time. The DC will slowly lower. But anything else you wanted to bring up to the group? Cal?
Not that I can think of.
Anyone else?
Nope.
I'm a failure.
No, no, is he?
Oh, you're not.
No,
You're not-
no. Look
Same.
about what I have rolled the whole night.
It's
Your
okay.
level
You
is
you have
up.
Devana's
11,
luck right now.
13.
To be fair, perception is a wisdom, which I my wisdom's not bad, and it's a 4 for me. And
6,
pretty part of this entire campaign,
14.
so far, just the session, I have rolled one good
Nat
perception.
1. I've rolled 2 nat 1s today.
It's okay. Your luck will go up. I'm sure it will. Are we ready for dreams, people?
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess so, yeah.
Sure.
Alright, I need to find my phone. Where's my phone? Alright, Sam, you're first.
Oh gosh, okay. I just a
Not
bit of dream chat. Hello.
I need to move your screen on roll 20 first. Hold on.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Just worry.
After I uncover you out of all of these people. There we go. You can see that screen, right?
It's loading. Ah, yes. Okay.
Okay. I gotta put all my names back in the right spot. Tonight, instead of being on your normal training grounds, you find yourself back at your pack's home, but it's weirdly empty. No one is in their homes, and no one wanders the streets. It looks completely empty, but not abandoned. Looking through the home, they're still clean, no dust rests on the surface, and no dirt is on the windows. And then you notice that even the animals are quiet. You can't hear any birds or any of the normal critters you would hear standing in your home.
Okay. And it is my actual like home, right?
As far as you can tell.
I guess I'll like look around inside any of the like tents and stuff, trying to see if it looks like it's been lived in or ransacked or where everybody went. It was in a rush.
Everything looks like how you left it, other than the lack of people.
Guess so.
It looks like if you had gone back to that point in time where you were still there just before you left, minus the people, it's the exact same.
I guess I'll kind of cautiously. Can I like make a perception check to see if I see anything?
Go for it.
Okay.
Alright. You're walking around, and as you step back outside to move to the next tent in like the central area of camp, you see a symbol that you've seen many times. A circle with a smear down the center and a dot on either side of the smear smears through those dots. This is the mark of Skia. At the top of the smear, a familiar sword is stabbed into the ground. It is a great sword that you carry with you, your father's sword. Tied to the hilt is a scarf your mother usually wears. At the bottom of the smear, there seems to be something reddish-brown like drawing blood, and on top of the reddish-brown, a flower is set. A deep purple with light purple lines down the petals, what you recognize as an iris. On the dot on the right, an arrow is stabbed into it. The fletching on it resembles what you remember Steel Jr. using. And on the dot on the left, it looks like a necklace chain, broken and lacking any trinket made of some sort of metal.
It's concerning. Okay, and this is from. Yeah, hold on. What was?
Yeah,
Do I
the
remember what that
symbol that
god?
I sent you,
Yeah.
the symbol I sent you is the symbol of Skia, the goddess of war.
Okay.
And as you're standing by the iris in the reddish brown liquid, hold on, I gotta go to GM overlay. Oh no.
Yeah, good. You should probably would just be like kind of crouched there. Like I'd probably take the iris and just like inspecting it and looking at everything. Just
As you do,
confused.
you're standing there by the iris. A woman begins to form behind your father's sword, hands resting on its hilt as she looks at you. Her voice is rough, deep for a woman's, but has some sort of ethereal feel to it. Your people are safe, little wolf. They miss you, but they are safe. Oh, some have left. Her undercut rustles slightly in the slight breeze, showing some white strands amidst the raven hair. Your brother, she motions to the broken chain on the ground. He will need you soon enough.
Which one?
You get the feeling based on this setup. This is your family tree without you. The chain seems to be made of iron.
Okay. So, most likely Steel Jr. is gonna need me? Or Iron?
Steel Jr.'s arrow is the one stabbed her to
Okay,
the ground.
so
She was motioning to the
Iron's gonna
chain.
need me. Also, okay. That's very vague. Is there anything more you can give me? What's going on?
She just gets this sort of, not lazy grin, but it's a lopsided grin. Not quite troublemaker, just a hint of, I know something you don't, as she says, well, what are gods for, other than to provide riddles for our followers?
At least, can you tell me if Yaspi's okay?
That big ol' oaf? Oh, he's fine. Trust me.
And
I
if,
don't think anything could hurt him unless it cracked through that horribly hard skull of his.
and his wife?
Roll me an insight check. There's just the slightest bit of pain in her eyes as she's taken aback for a moment. Thesia. She... I don't know. If anyone knew where she was and it's not a Yaspi, it would be Scophos. You don't know who that is. I suggest finding him. He might help you out.
I appreciate that. Do you know how soon my brothers will need me? Will I be on their path soon enough? Or do I have to find them?
You'll know when they need you. Then with that, she takes her hand off of your father's sword and taking the scarf with it to move it to the side, and her other hand comes to the sword to pull it out of the ground and offer it to you.
She
Keep your
immediately
blade
grabs
sharp, but your mind sharper.
I can try, but that's kinda somewhere I lack.
Do you take the blade?
Yes, I do.
And with that, she fades into smoke. And the iris in your hand. Did you put the iris down?
No, I probably would have still been holding on to it.
And the iris in your hand also crumbles to ashes.
Kihira would probably like sit down near like where the ashes fell down and just kind of like have her hands over the grass where it is and just kind of sit there for a while with her sword laying down
And that
by
is
her.
where you spend your night.
Who am I sending down?
Izzy. You are sending down Izzy.
Alright.
Sir?
Izzy!
Okay.
Izzy! The DM wants you!
That was the sounds of pain.
Okay, we don't.
Oh,
Yes, let's get back to D&D.
yes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the
Guy,
DM was
you
back.
slept great last night. You had no dreams last night, Guy. You slept amazing compared to how you have been sleeping recently.
Oh, thank God! Finally.
And
Has
as
Jay
you guys
talked to
wake up,
anyone about that?
yeah, as you guys wake up, some of you have had rough nights. Some of you have had decent nights. And there's a guard waiting at the door to take you all to breakfast.
Well, I assume we head on to breakfast.
Triss
Yeah.
is not there when you guys get to breakfast. The queen is not there when you guys get to breakfast. The only person in the room when you guys get to breakfast is the princess. And as she sees you guys come in, she scurries on out.
Can I tell if it's like avoidance, uncomfortable, or?
We are in trouble.
Insight check?
I guess.
Anyone
I
who
guess.
wishes to make it?
Is there
I
anything
would also like to
behind that?
try.
Why you running, huh? Do you just not like us? What do we do? I don't fucking know, but I feel like we did something.
Did we offend you?
They were offended.
Oh,
No.
jeez. Was
I'm
that
not-
meant
I
to be
didn't.
an advantage, Fernand?
Oh no, it did not.
Okay.
Hey guys, I did it.
So that was a
Kahira,
Yeah.
you think for a second you might smell, and that you need to take a bath, and
Oh.
Acles, Verna, you guys have no clue, but Echo, not Echo, Casper, sorry, I'm reading the name that's on Roll20.
You're good.
You should change your name on Roll20.
I don't know how.
Um,
Anyways.
So go to the settings wheel,
Okay.
and there should be a display name.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Casper and Guy, you get the feeling it's not that she doesn't want to eat in the same room as you guys. It's she doesn't like feeling outnumbered. Like, even though the guards are there, it's not a I'm scared of you, it's I'm a little bit uncomfortable. Not
Yeah.
by you guys specifically, but because there are so many of you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's
get
fair.
jumped.
Yeah.
like as if the short plant boy is gonna jump her.
Wrap
Beat
it
her
Look,
up, kick her off
honestly,
his down.
Kahira probably is.
Okay.
Just
Out of
like-
the encounters we had recently, yes. It's true.
Hey, I won't jump her, but I'll poison her food.
This is turning out just like the one shot.
Oh no.
But you guys have the room to yourself. This is kind of also my way of giving you a space that you can talk to each other if you want.
Okay, cool.
Neville's not here. Are we all collectively gonna talk dreams, or is this not happening? Like, I don't
Just
know
all
if he's going
collectively
to or
talk
if he's not.
dreams with Neville specifically not here to bombard
Yeah,
us with questions.
when he's the one that complains about us
Okay,
not talking about our
To be
dreams.
fair, he would be here.
He would.
In
He would be.
character-wise,
He is
he
here.
is here. He's just not physically here because he's with his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would probably, or Kahira would bring up, I would probably bring it. How would she bring this up though? You know, she probably just.
Who drew a smiley face on the
Someone did.
Oh yeah, I need to move you back to that, Sam. Sorry, hold
But
on.
you're okay. Kahira would say, well, I had a dream last night that I think could be useful to us. I didn't have my usual god, I didn't see Yaspi, but I did see Skia. She's a goddess of war. She warned me about something, saying that my brother might need me soon and that Scathos would know more about what's maybe happening with Thesia. There's a lot of god names and I don't know. So I figure
Anyone with proficiency in religion can roll me a religion check.
bringing that name up to you guys would be way more beneficial.
I'm not gonna remember that.
I also would like people who
Lucky.
are proficient in religion. I need your help.
I need a hero.
How do you know if you're proficient?
I need
in
a
your-
hero.
Just people who know religion more
You'll
than
have a little checkbox by religion on your.
Yeah, let's
The
Go.
go.
left
Another-
side underneath saving throws. And there'll be a longer
Alright, so
list where it's like acrobatics and stuff.
Okay.
I got a 19 for Kahira's.
I do not. I'm not proficient.
Was the 7 for
Like 0.
Acles?
No, the 7 was because I said I need a hero.
Ah.
Yeah, you know what it you know what it is.
Right. Right, yes. Is anyone, like, what are you saying to ask them for help, Acles?
I just need help figuring out things of a certain god.
Lucky just waddles over. Mm-hmm.
Well, there. Is there like a god that of? He said he was close. It was close to a god of spiders and that he was like me. So maybe, Is there like a god of poison?
Venom?
Of venom?
I don't think there's a god of me.
I don't recall that, but let me think. Do I make
You
a
can make another religion check. I'll get you guys your information and stuff.
15?
Okay, so for the Acleve one, Neville has no clue who you're getting at, even though you talked to him before about this, and he still can't place who this deity is. But Lucky, you feel like Norik mentioned someone named, I already forgot his name.
Literally, like, just read it 5 seconds ago and you've already forgot.
Yes! And I closed the tab because I was like, I'm gonna remember that name.
Control-Shift-T.
And out of the
Be your
gods
best
that I know,
friend,
that doesn't make
Tomo.
any. That wouldn't connect any of them, right?
I don't know a
What,
single
Scoffers?
god's name. The only
out
god
of
I remember the
Skia,
name of is Thesia because we've said it
Genesis
7
or
times just this session.
Fengari.
Okay, what was your question? Would any of them recognize Thea?
Or would I would any of those gods make sense to connect with spiders or anything that Acleves was talking about?
No.
Okay.
But, Lucky, you remember Intomo is the god of bug and critters.
Can you send that?
Yep. Also, I'm gonna text Scoffos because I didn't.
I should be taking notes, and I am not.
Lucky just is like, oh wait, Entomo, bugs, critters, god of those. It's probably him.
Okay. Do we know what he's said to look like?
Should I make another religion
Not with
check?
not with a 15.
Okay.
But you do know something about Scoffos. I'll let you finish the interaction with Izzy first, actually.
Well, the name's good enough for me.
We could go look at like a library or something if you want to.
Yeah, that is true. We do have knowledge at our expense.
Indeed.
So, damn, that's the glade that we would know about, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just so everybody else has the name of the nearby swamp area.
Well, it's not nearby. It's back across the.
It's like weeks
the
away,
reservoir.
but it's the
We know
closest
of.
one that we know of.
It's the danger swamp.
Lucky then just like waddles over to where Kira is, looks a little bit confused about like the thing, and then just like whispers to himself, "I need a hero," and then just suddenly knowledge.
Oof, knowledge. And actually, Nell knows a bit about this one too. Scoffos is the god of the forge, and god of the forge and something. What was it? Oh, my back just popped in. Oh, good.
I mean, he brought Mr. Claymore to this world, so,
Yeah, so he's Scoffos, god of the forge. He's also Fengari's little brother.
Oh.
And that is as much as you get, Guy. But Neville can tell you, it's said that he has an island somewhere off the coast of,
Puerto
kind of
Rico.
below the Eastern Kingdom, but also beside the Southern Kingdom.
East Kingdom. Okay. Well, I guess, is there any sort of way we could find a temple to Scoffos or something? Or do we know anybody that worships Scoffos?
None of you would really know off the top of your head.
Okay.
Cal, can you make a history check, please?
Yes.
Also,
I can open it.
For Neville, would Neville know the symbol for Scoffos? That way he could describe it and we can look out for it.
Hang on.
11.
Sorry, I'm typing 2 stars.
How dare you?
How could you do this to us?
I know, I'm sorry.
How could you do this?
Nothing seems to strike
just
you about
joking.
Scoffos, Nyx, but what was his role again? Let's see what it was. At 23. He's seen the symbol a couple of times. I'm gonna have him do a performance to draw it. But he tells draw the symbol, and you can look at it. Depending on how good it is how truthful, it is. But you know, none of you otherwise seem to register anything.
Okay.
He has a headcanon about Scoffos, and he will not drop it.
Oh,
Swear to God.
I
Oh,
don't know if we want to know.
You don't. No, he does not draw it very well.
Oh.
Our party members need better drawing skills.
Yeah,
I
we
have-
don't really...
I have great drawing skills. I have like a custom pen that makes me good at drawing.
You didn't draw it, so everyone else has a bad drawing skills. It makes sense for some of us. Well, I'll keep the drawing and try to keep an eye out for something that looks vaguely like that, no matter how bad it is. It is still a drawing, and it's
And
better
also,
than
who again showed us the drawing of that other symbol?
Cal did.
Cal. Fernal kind of has a rasp to his voice, and he's saying, "Docile as far as dreams go. I saw that symbol. It might be tied somehow to my past. I'm not sure, but some bad people. That's all I can say. I think there's something a lot darker happening here."
bad people, as in somebody that you fought, worked with, or hunting you?
I'm uncertain. I couldn't tell. There was a man, he speaking to me in a jumble of voices. I was wearing a mask. It's uncertain. And then, Brooke, I would have described what the man looked like.
So he was wearing some sort of robes and a mask, but the robes catch your ear, Cal.
Figured.
They were wearing similar things in your dream when you dreamt of the symbol.
Then I definitely probably point that out then. Which, on the topic of symbols in these people, the same symbol popped up in my dream as well. Again, except I
We know
couldn't
the
see it.
symbol of Sevdus?
You do, it is different than the one they're talking about.
But okay, we
Did you say you
collectively
saw
have
the same
paper at
person?
the table.
Same person and symbol, yeah. Thank you, Belle.
Do we still have paper at the table? Like,
Yes.
just
No,
to
it's
draw
all
with?
been used up by the bad drawing that Neville drew.
If you had been in that one, yeah, that would have been. But it wasn't.
If you ask for if you ask for paper, then Lucky just pulls out one of his little napkins that he just keeps on him so that he can draw.
Oh.
Okay. On the topic of symbols, is it possible that I can draw one of the 3 glyphs? Two glyphs. Because the symbol was one of them that were in the dream. Like, cause I know I partially recognized one,
You
but
can
through
try
feeling, I
on the
didn't.
first one, but the second one you couldn't get a good enough feel through the water to understand what it was.
Holy shit. Okay, so the first one I can try, right?
Yes, performance, please.
Okay. It's still low.
Well, it's one.
Okay, and then the second one you can try at disadvantage if you want. What's that?
I was just saying the rolls are getting lower. You'll get a 9 and an 8 next.
Dang.
Forgot what
It'd be
it's.
very satisfying.
What am I supposed performance? Jesus.
Disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Okay, so looking at this drawing, let me see who has this.
Well, like glyphs and like runes or whatever you said it was, aren't those like technically a form of language as well?
Sometimes they are about spells.
I'm gonna go with spells. Is this one?
Yeah.
What I'm guessing. Okay. I feel like this ties in with the mage. Like, out of character saying this, I feel like this ties in with the damn mage that we're supposed to be paying attention to as well, but I don't know. Because all this magic shit pops up, and is it
So
from my first stream, my initial one that I just mentioned, because Ferna said something? I was able to tell that they were one of the people that was beating the shit out of me. Wasn't that person like human? And we're in a place with humans?
Yeah.
Like, I could see them without a mask, or at least one of them was without a mask. Is it possible I can describe that person?
You
Or
can. No one knows. No one here has ever seen that person.
okay. Well, it's still good to know.
Yes.
In case we see that person, because I don't want to cross that person.
Please, looking at the drawing that Cal just put down, it reminds you of your Wither and Bloom spell.
Oh.
Cal, the thing you just drew is not the symbol you felt, and you know it as soon as you finish drawing it, that it is not the same symbol because you're tracing your finger over it, and something's still wrong, but you can't quite fix it. And when you try and draw the second one, no one knows what the hell it is.
Don't worry about the second one. I'm just gonna point out that the first symbol don't look right or seem right, but it's the best it's gonna get. Just
This
to put it out
symbol,
there that this is not what we're looking for.
this symbol is very similar to what it would be for my Wither and Bloom spell. Would it be like
It's not one you use to cast it, but it's
like
it's very similar to how it's written in other languages.
So basically kind of like a name.
Yes.
This is similar to a name of one of the spells I have written in a different language. Do I know what language is this similar to? Is it common? Can't be common because it's a symbol.
Let me look at your languages. I didn't think that far ahead. It's reminiscent of Sylvan.
Reminiscent of Sylvan. Hey, I speak that.
You do.
Crazy.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go get food. Blah. You can continue without me. It's okay.
So either the symbol you're trying to draw is similar to, well, it is somewhat similar to the Wither and Bloom name in Sylvan.
What does it do?
It's quite a simple spell. Is there anything? Where are we right now? Is there anything I could
You are actively in like the breakfast dining room. So there's food in front of you.
We're
Yeah.
conversating and drawing with food in front of us.
Is there a way to not really to use the spell, but not in such of the radius that it destroys all of the food?
You would run the risk of hurting someone outside of the walls or ruining organic matter outside of the walls. And you don't quite know where the kitchen is. You don't know what the rooms beside this room is. So you would run a risk, but you could try.
I don't like that tone of voice.
I'm going to take my dagger. I need someone's hand.
No
Oh,
one's
fuck.
saying anything.
For now,
I'm just gonna just make a shallow cut on your palm, and then I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom. I don't want to cast it outside. And it's gonna take... I'm going to kind of stand in the... near where... and can I let it take damage from me to heal? Because I don't think the food counts.
You don't have to hurt someone.
Yeah, but it's easier to show what it does.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so roll your damage, and easy enough, the cut heals on your hand.
Alright.
Whoever got cut.
Oh,
Or like, are you standing close enough to... Oh, that's decent damage. Are you standing close enough to the wall that the radius spreads into the next room?
No. I'll just stand. It'll affect the food, but I'm gonna
Okay.
try and stay away from like the big dishes and just go for stuff that
Alright.
people wouldn't eat as much.
As you guys are watching that cut heal, you notice that the food on the table, all of like the plant, like the food made of plant, all the non-magical plant-based foods, it kind of shrivels up and looks very unappetizing now. And you look over, and Acles looks a bit more injured than Acles was just a second ago.
It heals yet kills vegetation.
Well, it does that. It hurts people. Takes the life force of another to heal someone else.
Yeah. Sounds like it would be a very useful spell.
Okay, I'm
Well,
back.
It
Did
is
anyone die?
also
It's similar to the
no.
Okay.
Interesting.
So if the symbol was similar to that, are there any other known things that were maybe similar to the one that you just cast but isn't necessarily the same? Or do we not know that?
If it is Sylvan, wouldn't I'd be able to make a check to see if there's anything similar to it, right?
Yes,
I am
roll me
fluent.
an Arcana check. And what is your class again?
I'm a sorcerer.
Oh. Okay, so this
I know
spell.
Sylvan.
Okay, well you could also make the check, but I'm gonna tell you that you don't
I'm
have
not.
to. If you
I
don't want
won't
to.
understand the magic of it. Just like I could read a word.
Yeah.
I feel smart,
So-
guys.
You don't know this spell, and you're thinking through all the spells that you would have the ability to learn, and you can't think of any that's just a few like lines off of this spell. But then you start to think about spells you wouldn't be able to learn, that you've seen some of your people that you worked with or grew up with, seeing them use. And you have a feeling that it it could possibly be scrying, is the spell that it was supposed to be traced down.
It could be scrying, but
Is there a way that can be drawn out if we know it, or is that too much to ask? Because I wasn't able to physically see it, but trace it. I couldn't see anything the entire time.
If you want to try and draw it, you can have advantage. Because
okay. What would I do
Give
to
guidance.
try and draw it? Just
Performance.
I will give you guidance.
Oh,
you have
fuck.
advantage.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me just
Just roll again.
Oh,
Plus the d4.
and then
Guidance.
a 12.
Well, it's better than what Cal managed to draw, but it's still so similar to that Wither and Bloom that it's hard to tell between the two.
You know, it's when someone gets stuck in an accent, you just have to, like, you can't stop drawing it.
What?
Yeah. Is it
Well-
possible to tell if it's maybe closer or not, or?
It is definitely closer. Like you're tracing it, and it's definitely better.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say we can hold on to these in case for some reason we cross or think of the spell, but it's still not quite what was there, if that makes sense.
No, we'll just try to find or look for something similar. I think we can do that.
While y'all are talking amongst yourself, I have to go wash dishes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Cal, if you don't mind me prying, what did the masked man do in your dream?
Right, I forgot I didn't share that. In the dream, which I think was a few days ago, I was, from where I was, in a cage form, I think, I remember. And in front of me was the symbol that I showed you, in the form of like a magic circle. And there were people surrounding it, which were all cloaked, like you were saying. And then there was another person who was human, which I suppose, according to Brooke, I attempted to describe, but I don't have a description myself, so can't go that far. But I couldn't really tell what they were doing, besides that the one human that came in and out of where I was harming me, but that's about it. That was about all that really happened that I could see. Great times.
Yeah.
Did they give
Don't worry,
you?
I was also in a cage when I saw him as well. But he was doing something far worse.
Was there a reason that they were harming you, or was it just you were there and they were hurting you?
That's just how it started for me.
Fair enough. What happened in yours?
The man in the mask here was torturing y'all to death, and I was left in a cage to watch.
You know, I
Each
wouldn't
one
let
of
that
y'all
happen without
slowly.
fighting.
Wow.
I don't think
Well,
any of us
most
would
of y'all were
willingly-
torched. Achilles, you were poisoned with your own poisons. Neville was frozen, and Fernald looks at Yukahira and Biter and just stops and just kind of looks down at the table and can't say anymore. And starts to get up to leave.
Kahir will stand up and
Achilles
like,
is gonna scratch their chin. It's pretty difficult to poison me.
and Kahir will
It
stand
takes
up and like
quite a lot
grab you to stop you.
to poison me.
Fernald's gonna look over with a very sad face and
We're here.
ask to.
We're not going anywhere. If you
I
need
doubt-
to go, I'll let you go. but you should really stay here. Not only is it possibly unsafe to be alone like this, you can't just run away from it.
I just need a second. I'll be right outside.
Stay close by. I will let you go. Whatever
And
this
also,
thing...
before Fernal would leave, when saying that you were poisoned, it was by specifically a concoction that you made, or it was a concoction of poisons that you made over the years, or something like that.
That's just gonna make her laugh, or she should just be there. No worries.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've done that before.
On purpose, yeah. Hopefully you'll build up a tolerance if that ever happens, but I doubt that it will. It also seems like whatever this creature is, or person, entity, whatever the hell it is intending to get to us, or get to you guys for some reason. Well, you and Ferna. Looking at Cal and saying that.
I suppose. I don't understand why, but it's definitely much more concerning, and I'm definitely glad that I shared the symbol last night before we headed off to bed then, so that way it was recognizable at least.
Perhaps...
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm not very good at writing. My teaching was not more about writing and reading rather than poison and herbs and how to kill monsters.
Probably did a way better job than I could. But Cal, perhaps if it is someone that, I don't know, thinks they can get to you for some reason, it could help us knowing a little bit more about your past if there could be some sort of a similarity between you and Ferna. Why they might be targeting you for some reason. I don't think any of us have been having those kind of dreams.
No, I've just had some kid who is a god visit me and have tea.
I've been visited by my own deities. Or deities that I used to worship.
I didn't know. That's why I asked. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna assume you guys are correct.
I don't know much about deities, but I do know that my pack, we worshipped triple deities, or a triple deity, but I'm aware that there are 3 different deities, so I know them, and I now know Yaspi, but the way we celebrated them and worshipped was different, and I don't know. I still don't know much about the gods, and I still wasn't very much for those ceremonies and stuff. Gods are confusing and cryptic and annoying whenever they're like that.
I mean, that makes sense, honestly.
It does.
It's always gotta be some form of riddle.
Yaspi's been way more tolerable considering he's been way more straightforward. I don't have to do anything fancy, just kind of kill shit in his name.
Maybe he's getting to a point where he wants to find an answer as to where their god is as well. Because why make things cryptic when you need someone back? Less cryptic, the quicker it can happen.
Well, it wasn't my god. My god hasn't been actually contacting me very much. According to Skia, which is the god of war that I used to worship, they said that Yaspi was fine, but that apparently they gave me information on who would know more about where potentially Yaspi's wife went. There seems to be a lot going on that they just aren't telling us. It's infuriating.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But if they need our help or are asking for us to do something, I wish they would just tell us straight up. make things go a little bit easier, like the location of where my brothers are and why the hell they're gonna need my help. I don't like the
At
idea.
this moment, Fernal is going to be coming back, and a few of you may notice that he has a bruised knuckles, and that's about it. He just kind of sits down quietly and.
Kahira can't say shit. She's bad with her anger too.
Oh yeah,
I hope
you
you
know,
didn't break
rage.
anything valuable. We can't really.
Replace
Well, we
that.
probably could, but
Speaking of valuables, is Biter in here? Just like...
That's when we ask.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, Biter. Shit.
Why was I paying?
Well, I assume he's in here only because I mentioned that I looked to you and him, but that was only me assuming that he was still in the room with us.
No, he's happily eating
um,
apples. And then give him a head pat. No.
Little fine
Um,
pat.
Mhm.
Spider's
referring
name is
back
Spider.
to referring back to the cell thing. Brooke pinged me. It was a padded cell with a barred front. Proper description, not just a cell.
A barred cell.
Who the hell
Padded
goes to the
cell.
effort of a padded cell?
My cell was the same.
No, it only confirms more so that whatever this deity, person, whatever it is, it's the same one.
Well,
It has to be.
if it's
If it's
someone
the
that I
same
know,
symbol using the same people, but
now is it one
what?
entity
Why?
or is it multiple? And yeah, why is a good question.
Well, there was multiple people there for me. I don't know about Ferna.
for me
But
it was only him, and he said I knew him, but I couldn't recognize him, so.
I didn't
I'm
recognize
unsure, but
anyone
if I
there.
know him, then I couldn't tell you. As far as I'm concerned, it's not a deity.
Did the voice sound
But-
familiar?
He seemed familiar, and voices were kind of mumbled together. But yes, to a degree. But
So Kahira, a thought, or a moment of like deep thought is on Kahira's face, and then she just kind of like, her face seems to darken a little bit, and she seems to just shake it off.
you haven't thought there?
I don't like my thought, and I hope I'm wrong. And I would rather not be pushed on it. If it turns
Maybe
out
later
that there's
then.
more information, and it is what I think it is, or who I think it is, I'll just be more than happy to put an end to him.
If you're talking about who I think you're talking about, well, I'd be happy to knock him down a few. I'll move on past that. But whoever he is, if I recognized him, then that would make sense. But if
if
it's
you
anyone, it would not be a deity, for I don't have much context with deities, so I'm not very religious. However, a while back on the ship, I was visited. I'm not sure if it was a deity or some spirit of some sort. It was I'm saying this now. I don't entirely remember, but I'm pretty sure she was like pale skinned or something. But basically describing that a deity came to a dream and asked and offered me to help her in exchange for bringing back my family, which will be news to the rest of you to know that my family is no longer.
I don't like anything that offers to bring back the dead.
I don't either. That's why I turned her down, because It's not right. They're dead. They're dead. They should stay dead in peace where they shall be.
Yeah.
And so I turned her down. She had nothing more to say, and she disappeared. Unfortunately, I didn't get any names or any more information from her.
Damn that.
And that is
I
all she offered.
don't know if that would make. I guess this is for everybody. I guess that would have a religious ability. Would that sound like someone or a god description that they would know of? Probably not me, but
Wait, me? Sorry.
or just
I didn't make
anybody who
that.
has a religion proficiency. If that kind of a figure, the pale figure offering to bring back the dead, sounds like a familiar thing that somebody they would know,
Don't think so.
or a god that you would know.
But I
Doesn't
don't know.
exactly sound familiar to me, but I
Anyone with a
can
proficiency can
check.
roll.
Alright.
What?
I don't have
Anyone with
proficiency in the shit.
religion proficiency roll to try to see if that goddess
I
is
need a
true.
hero plus guidance, please.
But like, even so, even if Ferna may know who this is, or it's familiar of some sort,
Christ.
why did I see the same thing beforehand and now again today?
Well, considering that
Oh,
you
what?
saw them doing some sort of magic circle, there must be some sort of connection with some sort of deities or maybe demons.
Cal, have you ever
Devils.
seen any other shifters in your past or dealt with any?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I was in essentially the outside the world for a while without like a specific place of staying, but outside of that, I wasn't really near people or other creatures or anything if I could avoid it.
Another thing to bring up is that you said that he was with humans.
The
Mainly
person
humans?
that I saw was human. I couldn't see anyone else's faces, but as far as I knew, they were human.
Oh. Kahir, I'm not sure if that theory might be right for that. I can't see him working
So
with
wait for Brooke to come
outsiders, but I'm sorry to go back to that. It's just a lot to bring head around.
It is, unfortunately. You're fine.
But
honestly, I don't think there's much knowing until we find out more about who or what the hell is going on.
either or.
Loose
I
theories.
don't like it.
I don't like it either, but we should definitely be on our toes at all times.
And speaking of that, last time I was warned by a god that something was about to happen. We kind of ignored it, and then something really did happen. This time I'm being warned I might need to help my brothers, which means something will be happening. So, I guess it could be worth describing or telling you my brothers' names. I don't know what the hell they would be doing out this far, or why we'd be going anywhere near my forest.
Oh, your other brother. Didn't you tell me that he was no longer there?
No, they're both there. Steele Jr. Is the second eldest. Just like my father, is strong, reckless, excitable. I don't really have much of an actual physical description I'm realizing for them, but I have personalities for them.
Still sorry, no, I'm thinking of someone else, sorry.
And then Iron is technically an adopted brother of mine, but he's far weaker, and they're both similar to me. They're just, long-tooth shifters. Both a little bit shorter as well, although they've probably grown a few, so I don't know exactly what has changed about them.
I wonder how those boys grew up. Miss him.
You okay there?
Just woke up with a sore throat for some reason. Just...
Should have some tea. And some honey in it.
Well,
I
actually,
haven't drunk
look
anything
to
from my bag, right?
no,
Don't poison yourself. It's in the middle of the night.
Interesting.
Just like subconsciously, I'm thirsty. Just like had a drink.
Just chugs of poison
Chugs
from
of poison.
or Eclairs. Just well.
No, I was
Guys, we're delusional now.
screaming a lot in my sleep, so maybe that has some reconciliation, but it seems like none of y'all woke to it, so doesn't make much sense. However, tea does sound nice. I don't remember how that old lady made it, but if someone knows how to make tea, or if I can get tea of any sort.
Definitely would not be my strong suit.
I don't even know.
I mean,
who would know how to make tea?
I'm
Imagine
good with,
Eclairs. Or Lucky.
I'm good.
I can make some damn good tea.
I know what like the good things to use.
To be fair, I don't know if I would trust Eclairs making tea. Be a little bit. No, like I don't think Eclairs would poison us, but like maybe just a little bit, you
Build
know.
our tolerance a little bit. You know, just like a little bit of poison to build our tolerance with this whole like, you know, after what Ferna just said about the whole like trying to poison Akelys, let's just build everyone's tolerance a little.
Well, she was the one poisoned. Everyone else was. Lucky was torched, and then I think.
Damn, I got torched.
I was gonna say, wasn't that established
Casper were
early
both
on that
torched,
Lucky's also
and
like scared of fire?
Yes.
And so is Ori too.
I'm horrified of fire because I'm a plant.
That's why. No, we did have that conversation. I remember that because some of us were sitting in call. Sam, I know you were there because we were talking about burning Cal's old tribe because they would want to kill him if he stepped foot back there, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about that, and that's why I was like, oh, we'll let Tahira and whoever do that, and Cal can stay back with Ori and Lucky and keep them away from the fire.
Yeah.
We had that conversation. That was after like the second session, I think. But anyhow. Oh, you asked Cal to talk about his past, and then it got led on to.
Yep. We're not to talk about our past. Yeah, actually, hold on. It's more about me.
Well, because you, Kahir wanted to figure out like, if there was maybe something that was, you know,
connecting them. Yeah.
highly similar, something.
So
which
I said
don't
they're
even-
shorter. They're not actually that much shorter because I don't have full descriptions of them, but I have heights. Steel's actually taller than me. He's 6'9". He's almost 7 foot. Or,
Okay,
no,
okay.
that's Steel. The Steel Junior is 6'8". Iron is 6'2". Iron is smaller than me, but I am 6'9".
Okay, I actually have the actual descriptions of the actual things. Because I couldn't remember correctly. But Lucky and Ori were torched and sledgehammered. Neville was frozen. Cal was waterboarded and stabbed.
Jesus
and
Christ, that...
Then I did not say anything about Biter and Kahir because I couldn't bring myself to do so. And then Eclairs was poisoned. Like I said.
Wait, that makes out of character. That seems like they were put through each of their own fucking like. From what I know, they were put through their own fears. I don't know what Eclairs is or Neville's, but Cal has a fear of drowning. And what? Ori and Lucky both hate fire. So,
which means
out of
whatever it
character-wise.
is knows our fears.
But it would have to be in our minds to do that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so
or
that means
would have
it's
had to have been
probably
watching us from the start.
It's either a
And
deity or
they've
something
also
that can read our minds.
joined us in dreams as well, so.
So, shit, hold on. hold on. I wouldn't know this in character, but I can open it. Yeah, okay. So the my own subclass literally has a section called Walker in Dreams.
Oh,
Um
interesting.
I didn't fully read it. I just saw the title and that's what it's reminding me of. Is it at 14th level the magic of the Feywild grants you the ability to travel mentally and or physically through dreamlands, which seems to be the only way it is accessing everyone. It's like I don't know if anyone else has dreamt about things or maybe dreamt about such things happening in the past or now, but it could have been since our party got together or sometime after, because this was when did these things start? Like mine started on the boat.
Well, I've had a lot of terrible dreams on the boat, but I'm not sure if they're actually connected. Or I had some good dreams of
Okay,
me and my
here's too
family.
dumb to put
Wait,
that together.
wait, but even okay,
Guys,
Lucky.
even
did
so, if
somebody
these
who's with
things,
more
you know,
intelligent, did the dream stop when Biter wasn't near us?
No.
No.
Okay.
no. Biter was on the boat with us and the dreams were happening.
Yeah, I know. Biter was gone for like a day or so, but that doesn't, I guess, yeah, because Biter's been
Oh.
around us for like the whole thing, but that's...
And
we would
even
have-
and even last night, Biter was with us technically,
Mhm.
wasn't he? So
Yeah.
it, um,
Lucky's just
but like even so, thinking about it, there's all these things going on, but don't you have to be even if they are in our minds and in these dreams, if we're seeing the same things, don't they have to be in range to cast things like that?
Which
If
is
it's
why
not,
Biter would be really
Which
fucking
is
close. But
Mm-hmm. And
that
that is a good point to bring up, is because we did give him to his father.
Well, I wouldn't
For-
bring that up. Kahira's not smart enough to understand or put that
Mhm.
together, but somebody else can say that if they put it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Neville would say
um,
that. He doesn't trust the child.
yeah, probably. I mean, I suppose I
Mhm.
can. I
Because we all
I
had one night before the voyage started, and I genuinely don't remember what kind of dream I had, but I think I slept well. Well, no. Let's see. Hold on. If I remember correctly, no, I don't think I did. I don't think I slept well that night.
Oh yeah. So Lucky's just like, on the boat. I had bad dreams too. I saw all of you dead, like corpses.
So two of us have seen dreams of party members dead. And two of us, one of which is connected to the other one, has seen the same symbol.
I have
mean-
also. I haven't
Neville's
seen
not
other.
here. Okay, hold on. Neville's not here, but I was told that when Cal showed Neville the symbol the first time, when he pulled away from the other group and just talked to Neville, he said that, like, I guess Neville gave Cal, like, a look of he recognized it but didn't say anything because he didn't want to cause worry. So, that is something to note. So, Neville knows shit, but he's not here right now, so we can't, like, get answers.
Speaking of someone dying in your dreams, Kahira would mention, finally, too, that you guys aren't the only ones either that have seen people that you love or care about or near you die. I did have a nightmare of basically me cutting down my own brothers. It's why it tore me apart so much. And why I broke down.
That makes sense.
I love my family more than anything. And so that happening, good luck getting me back.
Mm-hmm.
So it has maybe been happening since
I'm here
before that.
again.
Welcome back.
Well-
If you saw that and it was basically what you hurting your family, is that something you're scared of doing? Like before that dream, was that something that you were already like scared of happening?
Not necessarily scared of doing. I mean, I know whenever I'm in a rage that I can lose myself, but my brothers were the one thing that pulled me out of my first rage. I don't think that I would ever hurt them. But now that I'm remembering
Also,
that
as you guys
again,
have been talking about Biter, he looks up from his apples like, "Hi."
No, it's okay. We're
Hello,
just theorizing.
Um,
Papatch.
It is
um,
okay.
um, another thing that I'm gonna call out, and I apologize for this now. Since we're all talking dreams, the only one who hasn't really spoken, besides Neville, who's not here, Ori, did you have any dreams that you're
Typing
okay
out my
with to share? I know Ori's
Ori
hoping,
typing.
but yeah. Still good to ask, otherwise it's never gonna get said. Because knowing Ori, it will not be talked about.
Also, do you guys want me to start sending you the dreams I have written down, by the way? Because I do it
Yes.
for
Probably.
Ori and...
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Don't you? Oh no, you're talking about the ones that we have in the.
It's not going to
Okay.
be the full dreams because part of the dream thing is you guys expand on them once I tell them to you. So it's not going to be the full conversation, but
Just the
Yeah,
baseline.
General.
just
I
baseline.
I will be honest. I don't remember any of the dreams that you have told me perfectly, like other than like the very
Yeah.
first one.
This is why I told you to send them to me and then pin them in the chat, because I knew I was gonna forget. Oh, okay, Ori. Thesia. You saw Thesia in your dream, which is the god that we're looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did she say anything, or was she just there? What was going on during it? Like, was she somewhere? Or... And while Ori's typing, I'm also gonna both one of the dreams, the most recent one from last night, you mentioned being waterboarded. The area that I was in last night during my dream, it was definitely somewhere under a source of water. What kind, I don't know, but the walls were mossy and somewhat, at least. And there was the second symbol I tried to draw and just it didn't work. It was covered in like a slimy sludge from the water because it was above me.
That
Can't
sounds like
say
a
that.
swamp.
And that's why I don't like the idea of us going to the swamp. Now, it's the only place we really have to go. But with these happening more frequently as we start to learn more, it's kind of becoming a little more, I don't know, alarming. So I figured
Looks
it'd
like
be
a lot
good
of
to add
things
a
are
thing.
pointing us in that direction, unfortunately. And if my brothers were trying to find a way up north or into northern directions, that would be where they would cross. If they couldn't find a boat.
So do you think everything's just slowly pointing to the same place?
That's what it
Then?
looks like if you guys are
Possibly.
seeing things that would resemble a swamp. I may
We
not
should
know.
dig in libraries before we start making any hasty decisions to move.
Do you
Fair.
think that maybe that dream I had about the forest burning and someone asking for help?
Wait,
Do you think that was Thesia?
Maybe.
forest
I
burning?
mean, Neville told me it was probably just a bad dream, but with everything going on now, it seems like it might be something more.
With how many
So-
dreams that have been coming up.
I had a dream where my home forest burned down.
Covered in flames. Jesus
Yep.
fuck. Glad you said that. Shackles on her wrists. She was crying. So there's definitely more than what people have been saying, or thinking at least. Besides the Queen, who obviously has had us looking into this. I forget the girl at the temple's name, but yeah, her. She thought that her god would come back on her own time. But judging by what Ori said and the fires being mentioned, all pointing to what, a forest, and isn't the swamp? Correct me if I'm wrong, even out of character, because this is what I'm guessing. Isn't the swamp like foresty? You know?
Well,
Parts of it are. For those of you who know the swamp, parts of it has.
So, as said, everything is pointing to this place that we are inviting ourselves to head towards. And heading towards it, I feel like we should definitely be careful and keep an eye out for anything that sounds like whatever's been talked about or familiar at least.
it feels like some sort of trap for sure. We'll just have to be cautious,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's a real shame that Neville, you know, the person with the god that does a lot of dream shit's not here. Good, you know, hey, Neville, and Neville, we're pouring all of our dreams out. I was joking, actually.
Then also just to point out to the biter kind of thing is he was killed and tortured in my dream as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think Biter.
I don't think so.
I don't
looks
think
down at
Biter
himself
really
and pats his chest and like his arms like right there.
It's okay, Biter. No, it was
You're
a
okay,
theory
Biter.
that Kahira would not have thought of because she's not smart enough. Okay, so someone else said it.
Wait,
And also, does Biter have his quiver on him?
He does. That
No.
the special arrow that you gave him with the blue feathers is sitting proudly at the center.
I look at it and just kind of look down and look away. But yeah.
Oh,
Is that all?
the Queen's mostly saying this now because you just rewrote the dream for me. Wasn't, and this is in a lower tone, just because are there guards in the
There's
room
still
still?
guards, I think, yeah.
Not inside the room. They're at the doors outside.
Okay. Well, either or.
Still gonna say it in
Just
hushed
in a
tone,
lower
yeah.
tone, just to be careful. Didn't Triss mention that the Queen's dream had to do with fire as well?
Yeah. What if the dreams about the fires is actually Thesia trying to reach out for help?
Well, I mean,
Prophecy of some
judging
kind.
by what Ori said,
Fire.
she didn't say anything.
Might be
But
one entity, but multiple reaching out.
Moist, who has been quiet this whole time that you've been
thought he was
talking,
here.
Moist is
finally
basically a
popped
mute.
up.
I
Basically,
literally forgot he was here.
his voice is somehow rougher than Ferna's is. It's like a rasp to hear him. You can barely hear him as he says, "All I saw was fire last night."
Something's getting set on fire then.
And as you guys can tell by him being a water genasi, fire and water genasi does not mix. So,
Wait a
I
second.
mean, he would have more of a chance at surviving it, as far as I'm concerned.
If it
Yeah,
he
was
just.
the
I mean,
forest
Depends on how hot the
that
fire is.
everybody has
Depends
been
on how.
seeing has been just like it's been a mossy forest, right? Or is it just a regular old forest?
I couldn't see anything when I was in the forest.
most of the other forests that people have seen has just been like a normal, just trees, no marshy land. Also, Ori said something else.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that
It's
Moist
not the
has a
only
better
dream that
chance
I've had fire in it for me. I think she was in that
because
dream
water
too.
meets fire.
Yeah, but water and fire generally don't mix.
I'm
This
the
is
grass
an
type starter
awful
in this
realization that I just had, but if my brothers are about to be in need of help and there's a forest that's burning down, my home's a forest.
My home's a forest too.
Yeah.
Then we should probably be on our way soon as we can.
Lucky, do you remember what forest you were from?
My home.
I'd be able to find it, like quite easily.
Does your forest have a name to it?
Brooke,
Either
does
of
my
you?
Brooke, does my forest
Hold
have a name?
Hold on. I'm going to find it real quick.
I did not name my forest.
Is it named
I-
the Wandering Forest?
No.
I am my home, so unless I start catching fire, I should be fine.
Achilles just combusts. One of the fires actually made a chemical.
I feel like Acles would just be like, look down at themselves, just like, huh. Just like not even
I sent it
phased.
to you guys.
Would you look at that?
So we have Lucky, the grass type starter, Acles, the fire type starter, and Moist, the water type starter.
I sent it to you guys.
Who's
More
that
like the
Pokemon?
poison type.
It's
But,
Pikachu.
Yeah.
The fairy.
You sent it to me?
No, because there's
We
someone who
have
starts
fan
fires,
art.
but then there's two people who are terrified of fire in the party.
Can we
Like,
have
we'll
fan
see
art of all of
fire
our
and
characters as
literally run
Pokemon,
the other
please?
direction.
Oh, please.
no, I don't start the fire. I
I
Please,
am
get
the
set
fire.
on
I
fire.
see it.
Oh, is
I
it?
didn't
Okay.
start the
Either
fire.
or something they'd be running from.
So wait, we can't see that.
Okay, copyright.
We can't see that. We can't do that.
I have firebolt.
Uh,
A little
But
bit on
And
Ori.
unless you guys have anything else to talk about,
Lu-
We should
before-
go to what's his face's name, the king's. We didn't ask his name, did we?
Okay.
Or the queen's good right hand.
What-
it's
when-
Pan Silvertongue.
Oh, it was Pan,
When-
right? Okay.
What is his
Mhm.
last name?
When you ask about the names of the forest, he does. Lucky does say that the name of his forest is Millberry Wood. Oh, Millberry Wilds.
Mellyberry.
Millberry Wilds.
I was gonna say Millberry sounds familiar.
I'll type it.
Please do.
Then also, I wanted to talk to you, Brooke, a little bit more. I don't know if you heard, but I
Grim
tried to
really
tell them
retarded.
about the. I tried to tell them about the
Okay.
spirit or
Right.
deity that visited me.
And that one was the only religion check made on it, right?
That's
Yeah.
because we don't.
I don't.
Really,
Mhm,
Yeah,
we didn't know what to
Acres can
do
also
because you
make
weren't
the
here. Though you weren't here.
Yeah,
at
wait,
the
I
sorry.
can make a check. What?
Yep.
But why?
This is something you might have heard about in all of your time due to what they relate to.
It's not bad.
Let's go.
It's not something that you personally ever worshipped. It's not something that the person who raised you particularly ever worshipped, but in your dealings, you have heard of the goddess of death, and her name is Thana.
The goddess of death.
There's a lot of T's in there, gods.
That name looks recognizable. Out of character. You have a character named that. You have
I
a character.
do.
It's the one Casper likes a lot.
Yep.
Oh god.
Well, she didn't make me a deal that I feared, so.
I will not be touched. Well, we should probably see ourselves to whomever it was we need to talk to that I forgot the name of.
We cannot
Um,
remember
Well,
Pan Silvertongue.
We need to talk.
Yeah,
we need
Pan
to talk to
Silvertongue.
Pan, and then we need to.
We need to talk to the cutlery. Request the kitchen, please.
I would
Alright,
like to
Pan,
talk
you
to
can't talk to
cutlery.
him just because he's named Pan, okay?
We're talking to the cutlery. I pick up my spoon.
As you
Start
guys
Tell
paying
us
are
what you
getting
know.
as you guys are getting up and leaving, Triss walks by you guys with circles under her eyes. She just nods to you guys and continues to get her breakfast.
I feel like
Can
for
we
Neville,
talk
Neville
to
would
her?
probably ask her how she slept. Just saying.
That too. But can we talk to her? She looks like she slept like shit. Just by the bags, and those are becoming more obvious. And
Yeah.
we were talking about dreams. Maybe she saw something.
Yeah. Oh,
You
for
had
the
a
Neville
dream
question,
recently.
he just looks at him like, "Are you kidding me?" And motions, not aggressively, but aggressively to the bags under her eyes.
I slept so
And
great.
when
Yeah.
Like passive aggressive.
Dude,
Yes.
it's like, no shit. I slept awful.
and when
No.
asked about her dreams, she just sighed. She's like, "I wish I had a dream last night. I was up all night in the library trying to
That's
find some
unfortunate.
stupid name for the queen. I don't even know why she wants the name. It's not even important. Why does she want the
What's
name?
What's the name?
name?
I don't know.
What
What
is
is it
it?
for?
What's the
So what-
description? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the Silver Tongue's ancestors. The Queen of the East. It's one of their ancestors. I don't know why she wants the name, but I have been scouring books and I can't find any information. So I'm getting food and coffee and I'm going back.
What name was it?
I don't know.
Maybe we could could help you. Just what's the name?
What's the name?
Also,
no.
everyone, friend self-care times 2, because Val and Beelzebub
She
did
starts
it. and
stress
that's-
crying.
You
Oh,
get
hello
you get
there.
you get poked in the face twice with a vine. Poke, poke.
She just starts stress crying.
Oh
Oh.
I'm
No,
gonna
she
cry,
doesn't
guys.
actually.
Oh
She
no.
Fernand gives hugs.
Hugs the whole party. Just
The
everyone
whole
in the
party,
party.
just
Big
everyone
hug.
in group hugs. Everyone's just starting to cry and just not being okay.
Spider does give her a hug either way, though. Just
Mm-mm.
Spider hug. And she pats him on the head like,
No.
this
Good
child
bird,
is hugging me.
child.
Why is this child hugging me?
My brain shut off. Well, hopefully you get rest at some point. And then I'm gonna turn to the party again, like facing everyone else, because it's directed at them. With all the actually, quick question out of character for a second. Would the library what would the library have? Like, would it possibly have those symbols that we were referencing? Like, is that
There is a chance, but probably not a very high chance.
You know who would know that? The person who spent the entire night in the library trying to look for something. She might know if there's books we might want to read.
yeah. Okay. Instead of running away from Tris. Well, because at the same time, it's like she's already stressed out.
It's fine. Stress her
Yeah.
out more. This could end it. All right.
Okay, using the papers, except for the really, really trashy one, we're gonna leave that one out for now. I'm just gonna pull out the papers and be like, since you were in the library before you head off and we branch off to what we're doing, do you know, were there any books that were, you might have looked through and saw any of these symbol books, whatever the fuck they were?
Which symbols are you showing her? The one from
The dream
your
one and the
childhood?
glyph one that was half okay.
Okay.
Because the
holds
other
up the
one is
finger
so
of,
trashy,
just wait
she's
a
not
second.
gonna like it.
Goes to the table to get some coffee and returns to squint at the drawings. That one looks magical, but I can't tell between a couple of spells pointing at the glyph. And that one, long sip of coffee. I don't know. I don't think I saw anything like that.
Well, if you do see it, if you could, let one of us know. Definitely be helpful, but thank you.
It is.
And
It's
then,
not personal. It is more so what we're doing for the queen. So could possibly
right,
help
I'll
you.
try and keep you updated. And Ori's gonna ask if Triss knows anything about Wisp. And she kind of just tilts her head. Wisps? What kind of wisps? Like the little blue fuckers? Or, sorry, pardon my language. The blue things. Or, like,
Kahira will look impressed. She actually cussed. She can do it.
Oh my god. Now let's not teach the child swear words.
I like how it's more impressive.
Oh, Biter knows at
that-
least one from Kahira. Probably in a
I
different
like
language.
Probably from the party
no,
in
all
general.
of them.
It's more impressive that that Triss cussed than the little tiny plant boy.
Actually,
Yeah.
we can't actually say we can't pull the like I don't know who taught him that thing with Biter because it's in our voice. So
Yeah, actually,
None of the
Wait,
swears
wait,
that
wait,
you
wait,
said
wait,
has
wait.
actually been in your voice.
It's true.
oh.
Well,
You just
Yeah?
hear little
Um,
biter say, "Fuck," and send
Ori
Gear's voice.
Ori mentioning the cloudy, smoky big things. Okay.
Yes.
Yes?
If it's about what I think it is, yes,
The
they are
dream?
the same.
The boat dream?
Yeah. Yes.
Fuck. Fuck.
It sounds
Why
familiar.
is it everything? Why?
She's gonna squints a little more. I don't know. There's several creatures that sounds like, but none of them sound like a wisp. After I find that name, I'll find a book about it and bring it to you, alright?
Sure, that'll be helpful.
me need think.
Okay. Ori, you need to start sharing your dreams more, please. Lightheartedly. This is in character too. Ori, please start sharing your dreams a little more because I've seen those as well.
This is in character. Kahira would say, I think we all need to be sharing our dreams a little bit more.
At least from now until this is solved.
Yeah.
Until this ends, things need to be shared. Because now it's coming to a point where I don't think these are just dreams.
No.
Yeah.
These are definitely like some form of visions you would call them.
Premonition type things, yeah.
Yeah.
I was really hoping they were just dreams.
You don't need to apologize, Ori. I think all of us
Dare
need to
you,
start
Ori?
talking more.
Keeping secrets? It's not like a whole party's keeping secrets.
I think Hal has been almost one of the most open people about his dreams since this whole thing started because I, from off the bat, when these started popping up, I was like, yeah, these aren't just dreams. There's no way. They're too specific to just be basic ass dreams.
I talked about my dreams and I got told it was just a nightmare. So.
Well, to be fair, one of the reasons, the one that I just mentioned with Cal, the whole like that he shares with Ori, that whole black people wisp hand shit. That was the one that Akeley's noticed that Cal wasn't doing great, and even though Cal was like, I don't want to bother right now, went ahead and told Neville anyways. And Neville came to Cal's room and talking about it. That was the
Neville's our big bad at this rate. Neville's just been pushing off our dreams. Wait a second.
Why hasn't Neville pieced these things together?
Yeah.
I feel like Neville was where
I don't
he
think
could
enough
do
of you have said anything for it to have become a pattern to stars. I don't think that's a Neville not figuring out. I think that's a star not figuring out.
No, Star should know. Neville should have known that we were having bad dreams, alright? And should have known exactly what was in them, right? Without us telling him.
Yeah, honestly.
Look, his goddess is the dream goddess, alright? Why can't he just look into our dreams, huh?
Just peer into the 94.
Well, because
And
that's
also,
invasion.
there's still a dream that y'all don't know about yet. So.
Jesus
From
Christ!
Harriet.
Share these things.
No.
Anyways,
Not this one.
back to
Maybe.
back to thing. As Kahira said, we need to all be sharing what's going on a little more often until this is resolved or we find an answer of some sort, because even the small things at this point could lead to something else that's not exactly small anymore.
A god
could end up being something.
A god gave me a spider.
The god that we were just talking about with insects?
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
That's I've mentioned my spider before. None of you
I mean, I just thought you got a spider.
Oh, it's a very shiny spider.
Oh.
Wait, do you think that spider would have anything to do with that insect guy?
Kill it!
Would
No.
you?
That's what I was saying. It came from that. That's what I was asking.
Squish it!
Asking questions. Who can
Oh
talk to
my
animals?
God.
Sing
Asking
bug!
questions.
Oh my
Oh,
god! Everyone panics, and then she's like, "Ew, bug!" Smash.
You
Oh,
I'm sure
try
it
to
gets this way.
smash it. You lift up your hand. The bug was not smashed.
I would not. No,
Hmm.
Kira would. Kira is not.
I
The
would
bug
do that.
actually picks up anyone who tries to, just
No,
Just
suplexes him.
suplex. Yeah, just.
well, it's just made out of metal. Obviously, that's why it's shiny.
yeah. Ori, saying that, Trish is gonna like stand up a little straighter. You saw Thesia?
Silver?
She was crying silver or something like that.
Anyone who saw the statue of Thesia, there is silver inlays in like the tear tracks.
Ah.
So then we're just gonna say someone points that out because I'm sure someone would, if not
Well,
Calvin.
it being brought up like this, I'm sure someone's gonna bring it up. So yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I definitely did not bring it up because I probably didn't notice.
That
statue was
That's fair.
Well, okay, to be fair, I know Cal was looking directly at the statue because Biter literally pointed to the statue. So I know he saw it.
I know. I saw the statue that was full because I rolled shit. So.
So
In my dream,
silver
she had
is
these
in
shackles and was covered in
regular?
flames. She looked lost. Yeah.
Thesia looks like she notes that mentally, like, okay, fire, shackles, and then
Spider.
she has a moment of like her eyes widen just the slightest bit of perhaps recognition or remembrance of something, and she pales a little bit.
If you have any sort of
She's-
information, now would be to tell us.
She's paling to what?
She just
Fire.
pales a little bit. Like her face
To
gets
what?
more pale.
To the fire and the shackles and padded.
Oh yeah. On the boat, might have had a dream that the boat burnt while on the water, and a couple of us were hanging from something by shackles above the water.
Oh.
Wasn't that a very comfortable dream?
Oh,
Especially not on the boat.
Something.
oh fuck.
Okay, something has to be following. If it started on the boat, because I don't think these dreams, unless someone has something to share, these dreams weren't happening beforehand. Before we started.
Can you roll an insight check, please?
It definitely
didn't
weren't
have
happening
dreams
before.
What?
Well, actually,
Hold on. What?
How can you roll an insight check, please?
Yeah.
And then you guys can continue with what you're saying.
Wow. Literally the highest shit I could have rolled. That or survival, and I get a nat
Oof.
one.
it's rough. Also, real quick, Brooke, didn't I have a bad dream before we left? I genuinely can't remember.
I know that I did.
Oh.
I think you were just having nightmares because of your past.
Yes, I was. That's
Yeah,
right.
you just had
That's
that
right.
note because you're past.
Yeah. That's what it was. I couldn't remember exactly.
Like, Kahira at this point also looks very irritated. Like she's definitely like up and like kind of pacing. Like she's getting really upset with these guides and cryptic messages and too much thinking.
Is there like a way we can calm Kahira down? Like, can we just like walk?
Give me
over
something to
like,
punch.
Hey, I tried to, and y'all saw it.
Wait, can you?
Yeah, like a
No,
I'm
let's not
gonna
punch the one that's gonna go
I'm not
flying.
gonna punch the
instead of
child. I
punch.
will let this not. She can't
Don't
punch
punch
you.
I was
No.
thinking-
I'm gonna
Wait,
get
okay,
a
hold on.
piece of
Hold on.
jerky out of
There-
your rations and hand it to Kihira.
To
Are
be
you trying to
fair,
give her a
Kajira probably
Snickers?
punched the only
You're not you when you're
Not
hungry.
you when you're hungry.
Okay, but Lucky would say that he had a dream like the night before we left, and it was the one where his forest burned down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
all
so
the
the night before we
forests
left.
burning down?
So it started the second what we accepted going to this ball, which is why we were here. Oh,
No, this
somewhat.
was the night before you guys met.
Oh, was that?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
I think
I thought
so.
it was the one that. All right.
If that's the case.
Wait, what? And now I'm confused.
It was
The-
either.
I think it was the night before we met Triss that Lucky had that dream nightmare.
Because it was the same day that I had like Moshib go and get my food in the morning.
Yes, because you came down
Mhm.
as Chris was counting heads.
Yeah. So this has been happening a little bit beforehand. Eh.
Hmm.
I think we need to go and
Um,
talk to who we were supposed to, the Pan
If
Silvertongue.
if it helps, I've also been having dreams about stuff like this for a little bit.
Whatever's connected to this damn castle and royalties. Getting into everyone's head and it's infuriating.
Maybe speak of the royalty in a bit quieter of a voice.
Just
Yeah,
actively
let's not
roll
get
her eyes at
ourselves.
that. Just like, fine.
Let's not get ourselves in trouble.
I mean,
And also,
Actually, quick question because I missed it in the beginning. When she pointed at the glyph or whatever, because initially the question was it in the library? She never said whether the first one, like the glyph, whether it was or wasn't.
Oh,
She
okay,
just said
yeah,
that
She
it
just said-
seemed magical, which was already known.
yeah. She would have also said there's probably some kind of magic book. It looks like Sylvan, so there's probably a magic book in Sylvan, at least in town, if not in the Royal Library.
Okay,
could we
so
go to
and
some
also,
sort of like priest or temple to try and see if we have and then Ickley's like stops and like scratches the back of their head, like an entity or like a bad like aura or something.
You could most definitely try.
I don't know. Would that work? I don't know how.
also,
Yeah.
Lucky would have said when Triss mentioned the dream about like the hanging above the water, like with like the shackles and stuff like that. He had one dream, that actually was in a body of water. So, you know.
So
That
what? 3
wasn't a
dreams
body of
relate to
water,
water?
guy.
Hmm?
That wasn't water.
It wasn't.
Oh,
The one I'm thinking of is.
I think the
I
DMs.
don't remember the one you're thinking of.
Oh.
It was. It was a sea of blood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh, that
body
is
of
so much worse than water. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Body of blood.
Is he mentioning the body of water or the blood?
Body of
sea
blood.
Of blood?
I mean, it was a sea of blood, so I mean, it kind of relates.
Okay, so noted. That's great. I'm gonna start writing shit down for 5 seconds.
Oh,
Start
Ori
writing
asked something.
everything.
Ori asked, "Is there anything else we should know about your dreams?" And she kind of just shrugs. I mean, there's fire sometimes. Sometimes there's not. They're just generally stressful dreams.
I know. Sorry.
No, not really. Not that I can tell.
On a different note, the bug guy I was talking to said that I haven't had dreams because most of the deities have been avoiding me.
Oh.
Which was nice.
Why are they avoiding you?
Something about not wanting to talk to me and not wanting to give information away or something. I don't understand most of it.
So,
but at least
it would appear that Spider-Man likes you.
Spider-Man.
But that's all gone to shit.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
He also offered to be my friend, which was weird.
That's kind of red flag.
He seems nice. He's a
Did you
child.
accept?
Appears to be a child. In
No,
a
real
form,
life Sam says that's a demon. Don't trust that shit, but
but it's a god.
yeah,
Could
possibly.
it be someone posing as a god, though?
Yeah.
Looks deceiving.
He gave me
I mean, as we've learned, there's shit that poses as multiple things. I mean, with Biter, wasn't there apparently Thesia, who's been missing for, what, months? And he saw her, what was it, a few nights ago? And called her pretty lady? And she gave
It
him
was
something?
yesterday.
Yeah, so,
That
Yeah.
just been a manifestation of her.
Or what if someone's impersonating her?
Yeah, but even if it was a manifestation, wouldn't she have to, you know,
Maybe it
be
was.
able to do that? I mean, if she's in trouble, I don't think that's her. What would her focus be to target a child that's? I mean, I get that they're with our party, but it just doesn't sound right.
Help? I don't know. Gods
Also,
are weird.
another thing to bring into matter, that necklace that Biter was given in general. It has magic on it, and as far as we're concerned, he got it the same night that we were getting nightmares on.
Yeah, and then I got some very nice rings.
So what if, some reason, somehow, maybe the necklace is connected to these dreams maybe as well? We already know it has some sort of magic on it.
This is
Just
out
can't
of
tell what.
character, but what if Sevdris is involved in this for some reason and is like trying to cover up something that's happening? Like trying to hide something by using
Could also be that
trickster
spider
magic?
as well, yeah.
I don't know about the spider, but the very
I mean,
least the trickster god would do something like that probably.
They were
Well, I mean,
both
to be
gifts
fair,
that were given to
if
Hero
Brooke
wouldn't say
added
that,
them into the dreams that have been all slowly connecting, it's gonna connect at some point. It's just lightheartedly. It's Brooke, and so far all the dreams have slowly been connecting into a small train of one thing leading to the other. So,
I say, let's go talk to the person in the courtyard
come back.
and get more shit to
Um,
add to this.
Yes.
Also, since they're going to go talk to Pan after this conversation's over, since it's very possible that the symbol could have been in the library and they are looking for it, Cal doesn't feel like being social with other people anyways, so it's probably going to get referenced to the party as well. I'm just waiting for the conversations to lie up, but I'm going to ask first. Is it possible he could go find the library and try and maybe read over sections and look while they're talking?
Would like to go too, for a different reason.
Well,
Kahira wants to get
Okay.
far the
Well,
fuck
if
away
he's
from
the
any
one that
sort of
can read
reading
it
and
too.
smarts. Kahira wants outside.
Bruce is going after she eats a quick breakfast, so you could just wait a couple minutes with her and she'll take you to the library instead of you
Fuck.
wandering around.
Some of the food, not
I can see.
there.
Oh yeah.
I assume you had to show off a little spell to explain.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, I mean, you didn't target the large actual meal portions.
No,
Yeah,
I
and the
targeted
meat doesn't get
most of the
affected
stuff.
either.
I targeted most of the stuff that just Acles would eat.
Did Acles eat breakfast before
Fair
this?
Oof.
Acles doesn't need to eat.
Okay. Anywho, continuing whatever conversation was happening. Can Airway go with Cal? Cal would not mind, and I don't think Acles would either.
Alright. Well, the rest of you are going to the gardens to talk to Pan and Lyra?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We need to go talk to
Well,
you.
we'll deal with the book people first. Are you guys saying anything to Triss while she's eating real quick?
Go to the bathroom.
Nope. I'm gonna be honest. Triss deserves a peaceful breakfast after that conversation and the dreams, so.
You look so
And
tired.
before
Sure.
everyone peels away, I will just kind of tell the group, like, I may have to talk to you a little bit more about my one last dream that I have later, but
Acles is gonna
we
get
have
out.
things are already a bit late.
Late?
Like, late talking with
Oh, yeah.
the person out there.
I'm just gonna get a little piece of paper out and like scroll like books that I want to try and find.
And Triss does eat quick. She told you she was just having a quick breakfast, and especially since you guys want to get to the library, she just grabs a few pieces of fruit and
Acles
some
is gonna also grab like an apple and just
yeah,
eat it.
and just like a couple pieces of bacon too, and downs those, and she's up with a couple cups of coffee.
Disturbingly enough, you notice Acles eats the whole apple.
Oh.
Just inhales it.
Impressive.
Whole apple. Just that's how
Here's
the Adam's
impressed.
apple forms.
Freaking
Hero's not
Kirby's
there.
it.
You guys are on the way to the garden.
Hey,
Oh, okay.
I'm a goat. I eat everything.
That's true.
But you guys get to the library, and if you're looking for anything in specific, give me an investigation check for each book.
Okay.
And let me know in whispers if you don't want other people to know what books you're looking for.
Acles wants to try and find book about bug guy.
Alright.
Okay.
Cal's just gonna look for literally any book that might relate to the symbol or something similar to it. When I say symbol, I mean like the rune one, not
like
the
spells
the
and
glyph?
Sylvan.
Yeah. Can he read it? No, but he's looking for the photos because that's what he kind of needs.
Do I need to make a
Investigation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
So what books are you looking for, Casper?
You can also type in the chat on there too, by the way.
Right.
In that way, stream can see it too.
Alright, you can't see Discord. Oops. I have 10k points.
Oh shit! I forgot to check those.
We're not doing it today because we're still waiting for
Lullaby stream. Lullaby stream. Lullaby stream.
Oh,
All at once.
No.
I stopped saving up because I worry about the
Oh, wait,
my
do I
brain
get to
cell.
make it's one per book, right?
One per book.
Okay. Can I look
Okay.
up a book about spiders to see maybe my spider belongs to any family of spider?
Alright. That's another investigation check, please.
Oh. If Cal can't find anything on the symbol or is just gets frustrated enough because he isn't finding anything, can he look into like maybe something that might describe the gods a little more? Just because he doesn't understand anything they've been saying, I'm gonna be honest. And also with everything going on, just anything that might explain what's been maybe something that's giving away how they're all having these connecting dreams, visions, whatever.
So on the 14th, you find a magic book. What's up? Is it?
I was going to say, theoretically, couldn't I give... Do they have advantage already? For looking
No,
for
they
the...
didn't.
Could I give them advantage? Because I can read Sylvan.
Point in the right
So I would
direction.
And yeah, like a... This is
Sure.
the Sylvan book section.
Roll another investigation check, Cal, to see if you do better than 14. You don't. You find a book about the magic that you're looking for, but it's not in Sylvan.
It's not what?
It's not in Sylvan, so it's hard to tell which glyph goes with what you need. It's just in common. Casper, so about the wisps, you find a book about will-o-wisp. But you find out very quickly those are the blue things that Triss was referencing. It's not what you're looking for.
Maybe they're not called wisps.
Yeah. About the spider, you're looking for a metallic spider, and none of these look like your spider, none of these sound like what your spider looks like. But at the very back of your book, you don't find anything about the spider.
Gonna look at, like, reach my hand up to get the spider. I guess you're the only one of your kind, little buddy.
Oh,
He just makes a little web around your finger, and as you're putting the book back, feel nudge on your hand to like 3 books over. And in that book, it says something about spiders being sacred in certain parts of the world, especially if they are weaving silver. It's the closest you're gonna get.
Where in the world?
Some mountains in the Western Kingdom, some mountains in the Eastern Kingdom, usually in mountain areas.
Mountainous areas.
Mm.
Spider that weave silver important.
Mm-hmm.
Back to books with Cal. Okay, so it's not in Sylvan, but is it possible that he could still trace over any of the symbols in there that might look familiar or close to it, maybe closer to what he traced over? Because obviously, you mentioned that even if he'd just seen it, technically, again, that it would be recognizable as what you said. So.
Not in this book because common and Sylvan are so different.
Okay. Other books. So like I said, if he couldn't find anything, is it possible he could look for things maybe on the gods that have been mentioned, like not as much Thesia, because it's kind of already been like talked about a lot, but I mean if he comes across it he might grab it to look at. But he's mainly focused on the weird figure shit that he was dealing with as well as, you know, Ori was. And
weird figure?
I don't know what to call it. The wisp shit that Ori's talking about.
Oh, wisp. Okay. Roll me an investigation check for each different topic.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Tim,
I'll write it
for
out
the
as I do it, so it's gonna go one at
follow. I
a
very
time.
much appreciate it.
I'm just gonna call it a wisp because that's the name of it now, at least until we find a real name.
You find the same book that Ori found.
Okay. Well, that sucks ass. All these rules do. Oh my god. Okay. I do have to go in a minute though.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll pick up on talking to the queen next session. Because it's going to take a while, and I feel like Neville should be there for it.
That one's to do with the gods, and then hey, this one's even worse. The people that were there both for
the cloak people.
Myself, yeah, the magic circle people that we want dead at this point, or at least Cal does. Cal's sick of this shit. But obviously, I'm gonna go with the 4 means nothing. So.
Yeah. Can someone roll me just a d20 plus 3?
Thank you so much. Pay to mine for the 70 bits. I
1d20
appreciate
plus
it.
3.
Yep.
And welcome. Sorry, I can't talk too much to
I'll
you
just
because
roll
we're
this
in the middle of
dexterity.
story stuff.
It didn't even roll. Right. Okay.
19. Okay. Also, Casper, while you're looking for books, you find like a little scroll tucked in the back of a bookshelf, and I'll send you what it reads.
Can I ask what the 19 is for?
That's what I just, yeah, that's the.
Okay.
It was just to see if someone found it. I know some of the words are going to be big, and I'm sorry in advance, but
Some of the words are going to be big.
yeah, like some of them were vocab words. For reference, I wrote that for a vocab quiz extra credit thing, but it's my inspiration for a lot of the stuff. Okay, so the Wisp book, you just find the Will-O-Wisp book. The Gods book, it's only half of a book that you find. It seems like the other half was either ripped out or just erased from this book, and I'll send you what it says, but it's like the history of the gods. And for the people, I mean, you find some information about people who make cloaks for a living.
Whoa.
Can I? Okay. Is there a way I can like note down whoever these people are? Just because you could stop by and maybe see where the fuck, like maybe this
Um,
was bought. Or can I just
you
take the
most
whole
definitely
book? Like, will
can.
I get in trouble if I take the book?
You might, yeah.
Okay, so can I take out a piece of paper, like maybe the back of one of the symbol papers or something, and just write that down?
You most definitely can, yes.
Okay, then I'm gonna do that. Write down like maybe the people and where they would be if it's in there.
Yes, so the Shadow Breath family is in like the southern kingdoms. The Hain family, I'll spell that.
The what?
Hain family
Mhm.
is
Pain.
in the east. I wrote it out. And
Okay.
the Fensalor family
You better type
is
that.
in
Okay.
the north.
Okay. So where are we? In the north or where are
We're in
we
the
again?
north.
Okay. So maybe they can stop by there after this shit. If they aren't
Yeah.
dead by
Maybe.
it's in the north. Okay. Well, I mean if this shit's happening while they're in the north apparently, then maybe that would be a good one to check. But anyhow, that's book-wise all I needed. I'll put the books back afterwards if I didn't find shit. Or if I thought it might be important like that, I'd just write it down with it. But
Right. Sorry, I'm trying to get your information on the deities. But it doesn't like me right now.
if only they had like phones in this. Like you can just take a photo.
Oh, if only.
There also would have been found a lot more information just by Googling shit. But that's too much
Yeah.
power.
So everybody has been watered.
Casper, if we're doing books
Oh.
right now, you should probably do it now.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Because what they're gonna do is the queen is the one that they're doing, or not the
Oh
queen.
my god.
Is
Deb, why did you do this?
It's a little doggo,
the
that's why.
conversation with Pan. Because if you're also looking for books, you also have to do investigation check per book, and I would say in between them, write down what the investigation check was for. Just so that way you know. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a lot of information. There's more coming.
I'm reading that more. I'm reading that later. Oh my god.
There's more.
There's
You guys are
That's
scared
already
of something. That's not good.
That's like
No, it's just the
4
pure
paragraphs.
amount of information.
That's like 4 paragraphs. Sorry, that 3. I can't count.
Oh shit, that's still too long? Are you kidding me?
There's more.
Yeah.
Did you write this shit on like a doc and you're just copying it?
Obviously.
Yeah.
So this was planned for it to be found at some point?
No.
No.
It's probably an in-case thing. As a DM myself, just
No,
like,
it's
it
just something
can
I
be
had to
done.
write when I was creating this world.
Hmm.
There we go. Done.
Okay. Done. Good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yes, investigation check.
7, 8 paragraphs.
Did you
8
prepare
paragraphs.
to
one-
read a novel? Because you have a bedtime story now, Cal.
The first one is about dragons. What's the second one about? Okay, you find fairy tales, like old wives' tales that people used to tell their children. Wait, what's that for?
They're getting there.
About dragons. Okay.
Dragons.
Dragon, these nuts across.
You'll get a
City on the scroll. You don't
Oh my god,
find
is he?
anything about the city on the scroll. Oh, okay. Okay. You most definitely find what looks to be a wealth of knowledge about this deity. And I will get you that deity information. Just remind me between sessions because I will forget, but it's too much
the
to type
scroll.
out right now.
Steal the scroll. Pocket it.
If you're trying to hide the scroll, roll me a sleight of hand, please.
And we thought we were gonna have to worry about Biter.
Who are we hiding it from?
Triss.
Guards.
Oh, Triss is in there too. I forgot about that.
But she has a disadvantage because she's actively doing the whole thing. Oh, well, the first one was a nat 20. But it's a disadvantage, so it's a 4.
Hmm.
You successfully steal the scroll.
Let's
Damn.
go. Okay, wait. Is Triss coming with us when we go to the swamp? Is
We're
that planned out?
thief. We're thieves now.
Possibly.
Welcome.
It's
to
fine. I
And,
mean, technically
halfway
speaking, we
through
would have been if we
finding
didn't return that gold the one time.
halfway through getting all of these books, you hear a victorious yes from the back of the library.
Yes.
Yes.
A very tired, victorious yes.
No.
I'm gonna guess
As it seems-
after
Think
Cal's
found what they
done
wanted.
with whatever the fuck he was writing down, which was probably like a very shortened, like note-taken version of what you just sent me. And I'll send you whatever he wrote down, just so that way I don't forget what he did.
Right.
Because there's no way he's fucking. Actually, no,
Hopefully you
fuck
can
you.
talk
He
you
can
down
remember
enough.
the whole thing. He can remember the
Yeah.
whole thing, technically. Fuck you, I
I'll
don't even
say
have
with Team Mind you can remember it, and also you can write enough down that you basically get the information that I sent you.
Yeah, that was. You didn't like that because I could remember everything.
No.
I forget the other part of that you were.
The directional.
The northeast, southwest. I know where every direction is, no matter what.
I also
You
know
can,
whatever
Ori?
time of day it is too. Always.
Yeah. When you go to the back, Triss is laying her head down on the table beside a closed book, finally taking her nap.
Oh my god.
As you can assume, she probably found the name
I
she was
assume
looking
it's not
for.
a nap. I assume she's just conked out, like absolutely.
Can I
knocked
walk
out.
over to see what name she found?
Yeah, Ori wants to ask the same thing.
You can ask. She is knocked the fuck out.
Well, I mean, like,
Like, is she on a specific page or?
what's the book?
Yes. Hold on. I have the name.
I mean, if the
Where
queen's
is the
asking
name?
for it, would it be bad if I like pause to write the name down?
Yes. Hold on. Well, it probably wouldn't be bad. Okay, so the name is. Oh wait, no. Hold on.
Jesus
Ignore
Christ.
that one.
What? This message has been hitting me.
Noom. I love it. Oh, message has been hidden. I didn't
Noon.
even know the ADMs could do that. What?
I think that's a new thing. It's a little dot 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 beside the message. So it's Noom Tiam Foley.
Damn, did anybody
There
get
is
what the
no
middle part
picture to
was?
it.
Shit.
No, it was just I copy and pasted the wrong thing. I accidentally copied the entire thing instead of just the last name.
That might be important. Okay.
I'll tell you right now, Sam, it wasn't important.
It's important to me. You hit it.
Alright, you want to know what the middle part was?
Yes.
It was that. It has no pertinence to this person at all.
I am going to wait. Where did you send it?
Roll 20.
Oh, what? It's not showing up for
You
me.
can roll another investigation check at disadvantage.
Roll 20 is a bit retarded sometimes for me. It's a little slow. We'll get it eventually.
I am so sorry to the people that went to the Queen, by the way, but we're not getting to you guys tonight.
Oh yeah, no, I figured because it's already almost 10. I understand. Yeah, no, we'll start off with that.
Oh yeah, after they
Yeah.
figure out the whole name thing, like when this is over with, is there a way like they finish that shit up? If they could like, I don't know, tell someone that just knock the fuck out, so that way maybe someone could take her to her room or something. Unless they know where Tris's room is, because other than that, I don't know what else to do. I don't want to leave her.
She's been staying with you guys since you moved to the big room.
Okay, well then, after they're done with the book and shit, like after they've noted down whatever they want, is it possible that Cal can like take the book and take Tris and just take her back up to her room or whatever, like so she can sleep properly? She'll wake up with a pain in her neck.
You're strong enough. It's easy enough. She's
Okay.
pretty light. You can carry her.
All right. Well then, after they're done with the book,
She doesn't react.
does
She's
that.
knocked the fuck out.
That's fine. Well, y'all do what you want with the book. I do have to go though because I'm about to beat the shit out of you. He's already yelled at me like 3 times.
Have a nice night. If anything else important happens, I think we're wrapping it up. Unless Izzy or Casper had anything else to do. Have a nice night.
Alright, bye.
Do you have anything else you want to do, Izzy or Casper?
Nope. I mean, there are probably things I could do, but I don't know.
Oh, Casper seems to have remembered something.
Oh.
Shiny gem? Any shiny gems in particular? Or just shiny gems? Shiny cup.
Anything I need to think of to look for.
Oh my god, Sam, did you just
Oh,
do you see that in your chat?
just shiny
Did I what?
pebbles.
Did you see that in your chat?
Oh yeah, the 70. Yeah, I thanked. I muted myself to thank them. They followed. It just gave me 70 bits. Spammed bits
Oh, wow.
at me.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All deserved.
They're just shiny pebbles, I'm pretty sure. But you can definitely find some books about shiny rocks if you wanted to. You can roll another investigation. You find the best shiny rock book. It classifies shiny rocks, all of that, and the best part is it has multiple copies. So you get the feeling you can take that one.
Shiny rock
because it's just
book.
about shiny rocks. Okay. You just get the feeling it's just about rocks. It's not that important.
You mean it's
Note
very
that.
important. Chandra would
Note down that
disagree.
you have shiny rock book.
Shiny rock book is probably the most important.
Oh. Also note down that you have that scroll as well, Cass. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the session.